The world champions are on the air. Braves baseball, as always, presented by Truist. A big crowd gathering here in Atlanta for Game 2 of our 4-game set with the St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, you still have time to vote for all of your favorite Braves All-Stars. Brian Snitker will manage the National League team. Perhaps Austin Riley will represent Atlanta. Nolan Arenado will be there. Matt Olson on his way to All-Star consideration as Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals try to even up the series against Dansby Swanson's Braves here tonight. Hi again, everybody. Chip Carey, Brian Jordan, Paul Berg. Great to be back with you for Braves baseball. Atlanta won a 6-3 waterlogged win last night. And with last night's game being game number 81, fellas, we move to the second half of the season. So, BJ, what's impressed you most in the first half of the year for the Braves?
You know, I got to say, after losing Freddie Freeman, I think Dansby Swanson has really stepped into that leadership role. I mean, not just defensively, but offensively. He has put the team on his back in this first half. After a slow start, he stayed in his process, and all of a sudden, everything's working for him. Defense has stepped up. He's making plays, but offensively, he has been incredible. I love what I see out of Dansby. Offensively, defensively, he is an all-star, folks.
Bertie, same question for you. 81 down, 81 to go. How about your first half?
I love the question. Michael Harris, the second, is the most impressive for me. This young man, youngest in baseball, 21 years old, did not go to college. Only has about 600 ABs in the minor leagues. You see the offense, you see the defense. Braves record 25-10 with this man. He is doing it all. How about that catch? Didn't even need his glove. And when a young guy comes up, usually they have to ease in. They haven't seen big league curveballs. They're not superstars yet. He's, man, in a position out in center field, and Andrew Jones is saying, wow, that's my guy.
That is our guy, and hopefully Michael Harris and the Braves will make it 2 in a row over the Cardinals. Ian Anderson's got the ball for Atlanta. Ian needs to get things turned around. When we come back, Nick Green will break down what's up with the Braves starting pitcher as we get you set for the Redbirds and the Red Hot Braves here on Bally Sports. Night in Atlanta for Game 2 between the Cardinals and the Braves. Ian Anderson is already atop the mound, ready to go against the St. Louis Cardinals, who fell 6-3 to the Braves last night. And Brendan Donovan takes a strike. Here's the Cardinal lineup. They are struggling. Just 2 for their last 25 with runners in scoring position. As we said last night, Yepez, Goldschmidt, and Arenado are 3 hot hitters in this Toyota starting 9 for the St. Louis Cardinals, who begin play today at 44-38, 3 games off the pace in the National League Central Division. Ian's itching to get back on the mound. He really struggled his last time out. Let's see if he can turn things around here in Game 2. That's an excellent way to start as Brendan Donovan rolls out. Our ground ball out, Bertie, for out number 1.
Well, here's what I like about Ian right now. Yes, he's struggled in the last month, but we couldn't even get any graphics in. He took the mound so quickly and pitched. He wanted to be out there, started out with that strike. This is the first time I've really seen him struggle. Had a really rough June, highest ERA in June. This is part of the learning process. Has to get back on track.
And he's facing the Cardinals for the first time in his career, and now he'll run into Juan Yepez, the former Brave farmhand, who hit a homer last night, one of his 2 hits. Ian Donovan 1-2 in a lot of rookie offensive categories for this youthful Cardinal team. And it's strike after strike for Ian Anderson, Brian, which he struggled with against the Phillies.
Yeah, I love the way he's getting off to a great start, throwing strike 1 and being very aggressive in the strike zone. Nasty changeup right there.
He means business.
Yeah, I mean, I like what you said, Paul. He's eager to get back out there and make up for that last start.
Pitch number 6 is bang foul by Yepez. And Ian's still ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Ian trying to improve on a frustrating start on his home mound so far in 22. Looking for his 2nd win of the season at Truist Park and his 7th overall. The pitch. And off to our right Yepez stays alive. What are the Ford keys for the Braves to take 2 in a row from the Redbirds?
Well, again, I love the way Anderson is starting out, being very aggressive, because he was nibbling a little too much, which really got him in trouble. He needs to go strike one, stay ahead of the Cardinal hitters. And how about the hitters? Look, Palante is having a lot of success. He's throwing a lot of four-seam fastballs. Be ready for the heat.
That's not hard on a July night here at Truist Park. Didn't hear the official game time temperature. It was a sweltering night here last night. 89 degrees with humidity to match. And of course, a 2-hour and 37-minute rain delay in game 1.
You see that sinker on the bottom. Anytime that's a pitch that's below 1%, the hitter's not going to factor that in. What do I think would take Ian Anderson to the next level? Use that sinker more. Use that curveball a little bit more. Don't just be so dependent on the changeup and fastball, because if you're losing one of them, you have to be able to go to those other pitches and navigate.
Smoked into left field, but Rosario is there, and Yepez is out number 2. Would you guys agree that in the game against the Phillies, and look, he only lasted 2 innings, the Phillies did an excellent job of spitting on the changeup, and then it was fastball only for Ian Anderson. They feasted.
Well, that showed how vulnerable he is. If that changeup's not working, it's almost like he's in panic mode. If you can't command that four-seamer and they're laying off that changeup down, what do you have next? Like you said, Paul, develop a sinker. Throw it more often. Use that curveball. Keep hitters off balance. I like that start right there.
There we go. You know, if you only throw a fastball high and you only throw a changeup low, then the hitter's going to just pick a location. They're going to be right every time.
Off the glove of Matt Olson, and Paul Goldschmidt, who leads the league in hitting, has a 2-out single in the St. Louis first.
Well, I got to go out there and ask Matt tomorrow, did he play basketball? You got to get up on that ball. Let's check out the vertical. That's not too bad, guys. That's not too bad.
You would have had it.
Well, I still think Matt can dunk. He got up there.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
But a touch too low.
Yes.
Is how Matt played Goldschmidt. And that brings up Nolan Arenado, who had a couple of hits last night. He's having a good road trip for the Cardinals, and that's really been an exception for St. Louis. Redbirds aren't hitting the ball all that well of late, which we hope continues, as that's downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
Look, if I'm a starting pitcher, I'm not going to let these 2 guys beat me. I'm going to make these young guys come through, and some of them have for the Cardinals. But I'm going to challenge those guys before I challenge these guys.
So 2 in the dirt from Anderson for Nolan Arenado, who's batting .292 on the year. 9 for his last 17, with 3 homers so far for St. Louis on the road trip. Their trip started against the Phillies. It continues here in Atlanta before they go back home for a 7-game stint with the Dodgers and Philadelphia in St. Louis. The pitch. And I think you're right, Brian. They're not giving Arenado much to hit.
Which I think is a smart strategy. But you can't take these young guys for granted. I mean, Gorman has some power. He's shown it already this year.
.30 pitch. And right under that golden bat on the Cardinal uniform, it's a strike for the St. Louis third baseman. The lefty-righty splits for Ian are interesting. It's the right-hand hitters that have done the most damage against him. 8 home runs and a .308 average. But now he's run it full, and Goldschmidt will be leaving first with a full count, 2-out pitch coming.
Like that changeup right there after the fastball. Ian, very deceptive. Ball comes from behind the head. Hitters have trouble picking it up.
The runner goes, and the pitch. Broken bat and a vacant right side of the infield. And St. Louis has him first and third with 2 outs. So some bad luck for Anderson. A ball that just ticked off the glove of Matt Olson from Paul Goldschmidt. Arenado got absolutely sawed off, but was strong enough to serve it through the vacant right side of the infield, and the Cardinals have a threat with 2 outs.
You know, but that's why those hitters are so dangerous because they can take that swing, break that bat, but they have an idea. They know it's wide open on that right side. Let me just put it in play. And sure enough, an easy base hit.
And this is where the Cardinals have struggled. They are 1 for 11 in this series with runners in scoring position and are 2 for their last 25 as a team. And Nolan Gorman, their second baseman, is the hitter. He had a knock last night. No shift for him.
Oh, that's a big help right there, swinging a pitch in the dirt.
Absolutely love it. When you see a hitter look feeble on a swing, you want to go back to that pitch immediately. It doesn't mean they can't correct, but that's hard to do in a short amount of time.
And this is why you take your chances on the young guys. You haven't seen Ian. They're a little anxious. They want to get that big hit and be the hero. And they're going to be out in front.
Now they shift with 2 strikes. And it's a shot to right field, a base hit. And St. Louis strikes. 3 consecutive 2-out hits. Nolan Gorman has his 19th RBI, and the Cardinals lead 1-0. Two strike hits. Those have plagued Ian a time or two. It was down, but not down enough.
Yeah, I mean, you got to bounce that ball again. You bounce it twice. He swung at it. You can't leave that ball up just enough for a young guy that's out in front swinging. He's a strong kid, Gorman is.
So Paul Goldschmidt scores the first run of the game. It's a milestone run, the 1,000th of his career. And St. Louis, with 3 straight 2-out hits, leads 1-0, and a promising start for Ian. All of a sudden, the pitch count beginning to pile up. Guys, he's pushing toward 25 of them in the opening inning.
I do like the way he's attacking the strike zone. Changeup looks good today. Arenado got a broken bat single the other way, jammed him. Stop the damage right here and pick up where you left off in the second.
First and third, 2 outs.
I just didn't like the pitch selection of Gorman. I mean, you threw 2 in the dirt. Why not throw a fastball up in the zone and see if the young kid chase?
I agree. Here's the problem with that. You know, you throw a fastball up and he rakes it. You say, man, he looked absolutely ridiculous on the 2 changeups. Why didn't you throw a changeup? So that's one of the frustrating things about pitching. But I do agree that, hey, it was 0-2, so that it needed to be out of the strike zone if you're going to throw the changeup. And then you, as a pitcher, you always say, how many times can I go to the well?
But if I'm a young hitter and you just threw me 2 changeups in the dirt, I'm looking changeup. Now, if you throw me, even if you throw me a high fastball, I can't do anything with it. I'm gonna foul it off, if anything.
It's one of those you want to win the game so you sleep easier, BJ.
So 2 2-strike hits in a row for the Cardinals. 2 strikes to Carlson here. And there's the fastball. He took it. And it's 2-2. Dylan Carlson has hit safely in 9 of the last 10 for the Cardinals. He's right on top of the plate. And that was fouled at the plate. It hit the dirt. Ron Culpa says no strikeout. It was a foul ball. And they shoot off the fireworks a bit prematurely. Not a strikeout. It was called a foul ball. And so back to first will go Nolan Gorman, first and third, and still a 2-2 count.
There's the curveball. We talked about throwing more of his other pitches other than fastball and change. Nice swing and miss right there.
That is not reviewable. He never touched that ball.
Nope.
That wasn't fouled off at all.
Wow.
So it should be strike 3. Instead, it's 2-2.
Shoot those fireworks off again.
So Gorman will get a lead from first.
It's one thing you can say about these Cardinal hitters. They stay in the zone. They don't swing at a lot of bad pitches. Gorman jumped out there on a couple bad pitches, but overall, these guys take a lot of pitches.
Runner goes. Pitch is bounced toward first. Matt Olson's got that at the bag, and that will retire the side. Ian Anderson had some tough luck. A couple of soft hits turns into the first run of the game. Here come the Braves, down a run in the first inning. Game. Tonight you need just two, perhaps, and Ronald Acuna Jr. is ready to go for Atlanta. He's atop the Toyota starting lineup. Red hot Dansby Swanson bats second. William Contreras gets the start behind the plate. Eddie Rosario back out there for his second game in left field for Brian Snitker, who starts play tonight 47 and 34, 3.5 games behind the Mets. And we take a look at a man we've never seen before. This is Andre Pallante for the Cardinals.
Pretty good numbers right there. Now, not a lot of separation between walks and strikeouts. He is a pitch to contact pitcher. A little bit deceptive. Made this team out of spring training, started as a reliever. He's transitioned into the starting role, and let's see what you got.
Yeah, the Cardinal people, BJ, told me that this guy relies on a lot of chase to get outs and to be successful.
Well, he's going to come at you with the heat. He throws almost 58% four-seam fastball, so he's not intimidated off by these hitters. But what makes him so good is he hides the ball so well, and he's a little deceiving to hitters. That's why he's had success so far. But it's going to be interesting to see this guy second, third time through the lineup.
Drilled toward right field. That's going to get down for a leadoff hit. So Acuna has his second hit of the series. He scored a run last night, and he represents the tying run.
That didn't take long.
That looked like a little sinker running in on the hands, and he was able to get his hands in. And I love it because he's not trying to hit a home run there. He's just trying to get on base and use his wheels. He is a dangerous player.
2 stolen bases for Ronald last night. Let's see what he does here in the first inning with Dansby Swanson up. Dansby has 9 hits in his last 18 at bats. Acuna first move is running. The pitch a strike. The throw to second also a strike, but it's late. 17 steals for Acuna. Rev the engines, Ronald. He's in scoring position for the Braves shortstop.
I love it. I love the aggressive play here. First pitch, not wasting any time, Paul.
Game changer. You know, when you have a player that's a great defender, they can throw over 100, they can leave the yard, they can hit for average, they can steal bases. You know, it's just, my goodness.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on that pitcher also.
What part of his game is not elite? I don't know.
2 doubles, 3 RBIs for Swanson last night. A single would tie the game here. Pitch is chopped foul and out of play. Still a few spots with dappled sunshine here as we get things started at 7:30 in Atlanta. One spot of sunshine on the infield at the shortstop spot. One line of brightness in center field where Dylan Carlson stands for the Cardinals. 2 quick strikes for Dansby. The pitch almost hit him. So he buzzed Ronald Acuna to start the game. He just threw one near the chin of Dansby Swanson.
And you notice how late they're jumping out of the way because it, like I said, it's so deceiving how the ball is leaving his hand. You pick it up a little late. He has some pop though, man.
He's got that herky-jerky delivery.
That one got away. Romine couldn't handle that. He didn't see it. So the tying run is 90 feet away for the Braves with nobody out and a count of 2-2. Cross up perhaps. Wild pitch.
Coming in quick. Talking to the Cardinals, they weren't too high on his delivery. And this is not something you teach. You wouldn't teach stop the arm stab at the bottom part of the delivery. You want a fluid arm that continues with the momentum to get more on the ball, but this works for him. He has great numbers, so you don't change that.
It's Alex Wood-like.
Yeah.
Kind of backwards and forwards at the same time.
Yep.
And he raises that front shoulder, which hides it as well, stops his arm. But if it gets the job done and you're in the big leagues, you don't change anything. So sometimes that can be to your advantage. But yeah, you would like better control out of what he's showing.
Infield creeps in, and Swanson fought it off. Braves have been so good with 2 strikes. They've been good with 2 outs. And Dansby Swanson exceptionally good at putting the ball in play in spots like this. Man at third and less than 2 outs.
Yeah, it's 140 RBIs with 2 strikes this year by the Atlanta Braves. Unbelievable.
Breaking ball, fly ball, softly hit toward right. Charging hard and making the grab is Capel, and no advance for Ronald Acuna Jr. Dansby got jammed a bit. Nice play by Capel, who had a big night last night, and there's the first out.
Yeah, that's a great jump out there in right field by Capel, coming in and getting that ball. I thought that ball might drop for a single, but man, good instincts by that kid. Hit his first home run last night. He's feeling good about himself.
Matt Olson had a couple of hits and drove in 2 runs last night. He's up to 45 RBIs on the year.
Infield moving in a little bit, trying to prevent this run. Arenado's off of third base, so Acuna should get a big lead.
Wow, a lot of respect for the Atlanta Braves right here. If you're Matt Olson and you're like, okay, bring the infield in on me. My partner's nodding yes.
Tie game. Matt Olson has his 3rd RBI hit of the series. 1-1 as Acuna comes home.
Again, guys, that's a great sign. Matt Olson, 2 RBI singles yesterday. Not trying to do too much in this situation. He saw the infield in. All I got to do is get a bloop shot in the outfield. Easy RBI. A ball up in the zone. He gets on top of it. And driving the ball in the gap, he does so well.
So we're back even here in the first inning. Austin Riley is the hitter. Austin looking for his first hit in the series. And takes a strike.
You know, as a pitcher, I always got frustrated with that chip. I'm like, man, that's a cheap hit. You're going to take that, you know, to really aggravate me. As a broadcaster, I've become more appreciative of the hitters that just simply put the bat on the ball and put it in play. There is an art to that. And sometimes that's just a win.
Take what the defense gives you. And Matt put it in play. It is 3 for 3 with runners in scoring position so far in the series, Brian.
And you can remember early in this season, guys, we were not doing that. We could not put the ball in play with runners in scoring position. We weren't taking what the defense was giving us. And all of a sudden, come June, everything was working in our favor.
2 runs, 5 hits combined in an entertaining first inning in Atlanta. The Braves have a man aboard, 1 out, 2 quick strikes for Riley. Tried the high heat, laid off. That was one of Nick Green's keys on the Braves Live pregame show, patience. For the Braves third baseman, an all-star game hopeful, was up to 20 home runs. 20 home runs in the first 81 games. Some rarefied air for Austin Riley. The Braves that have done that: Acuna, Freeman, Andrew Jones, and Austin Riley.
Pretty good company there.
Alante comes set, his 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, fly ball, hit high in the air toward right. Capel back to the wall. He looks up and it's gone. And opposite field, home run for Austin Riley.
Wow, we talk about how strong Austin Riley is. I mean, that ball off the bat looked like a pop-up, but with this humidity, the ball is just carrying the other way. That's a good pitch away. Didn't try to do too much with it, Paul. He went right with it. And, man, he is so strong.
He is so
Great
strong.
rotation on that ball.
Out on the front foot on the curveball. Still got enough juice to get it out.
Palante couldn't believe that that ball went out, but Riley put a ton of backspin on it, and it carried into the first row of the Chop House seats. Only the 5th home run he's given up. Austin Riley now with 21 of them, and the Braves have a 3-1 lead.
I think Palante was confused because Riley was out in front, and it's hard to get power to the opposite field, especially when you pop a ball up that high. But it just kept going, BJ.
Well, he laid off those 2 high fastballs, which was key. Well, the 1 fastball and then a curveball down and away. That's when I was more impressed with him. He laid off of that curveball away and down, which says he was staying back and seeing the ball pretty good.
That's a bullet hit into the left field corner for Ozuna. Got his hands in nicely. Marcel on his way to second. The Braves have 4 hits themselves in the first inning. Ozuna in double digits in 2 base hits, and the Braves look to add on here.
Well, the game was so late last night ending. Brian Snitker gave everybody off for batting practice. I guess they didn't need it.
Hey, a little extra rest pays off. I mean, I love the way he got his hands in and barreled that bat down and in. I don't know why pitchers still trying to throw him down and in.
So the Braves have 3 runs, 4 hits on 19 pitches. And Eddie Rosario, the hitter, good to have him back in the lineup. Picked up a base hit here yesterday. Rosario back from the injured list. He was placed on that April 25th after undergoing retinal surgery.
And that's a good take right there by Rosario. Yesterday he was a little anxious, swinging, getting out in front. Now he's starting to see the ball a little better.
How many bats, Brian, did you feel you needed to really be able to recognize spin again? I guess in the case of Rosario because of the injury.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take him at least, I would say, a week before he can really feel comfortable, you know, recognizing the ball out of a pitcher's hand. Again, that first pitch take on that curveball was really good.
Yeah, that's something we fail to recognize sometimes. We talk about how a guy's hitting the ball. Sometimes taking the ball is as indicative of hitters being locked in or not at the plate.
I mean, I tell everybody, if you take the ball and see it all the way back in the catcher's hand, that's the best approach you should have. That will keep you back, and you will see the ball a lot better. Let it get deep and drive it.
Smoke toward first. Goldschmidt will race to the bag. Ozuna to third. That's the second out of the inning. Hard hit ball by Eddie, and William Contreras is coming up. William gets the start behind the plate tonight for Travis d'Arnaud. 9 homers and a .265 average.
Midway point in the season, we're all deciding on what are the biggest, most impressive moments, players about this season. Here's a guy at the plate who's one of them. What a game changer he's been this year, receiving and with the bat.
Drilled to right. If he keeps that fair, we're in business. That ball is gone. A line drive homer. Contreras with an ambush. The Braves have plated 5 in the first inning, and Palante is shell-shocked in Atlanta.
Wow. William Contreras didn't waste any time. Fastball up and away. That's a strong kid. I told you his power is to right center field. How do you beat this kid?
Well, he can pull it for a homer, too.
Yeah.
Well, I love the approach, too. 2 right-hand hitters, 2 opposite field homers in this opening inning.
I mean, that's a sinker. Starting away, coming back across the middle. He gets his hands in. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Kind of a Carlton fist.
Yes.
Kinda.
The shuffle. That's your football warm-up drill, isn't it? The side shuffle?
The side shuffle. That puts him in double figures of 10 home runs in this first half.
So one of the problems for the Cardinals of late, they've lost 11 of 18 games, and their starting pitching staff, which has been racked by injuries, has not been very good. They have a staff starters ERA of 5.06 over the last 18 games. And it's going up with Palante's rough first inning. The Braves have racked him for 5 runs on 4 hits. A pair of 2-run homers from Riley and Contreras. As Phil Gosselin starting again for the Braves tonight. Didn't get that. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a good pitcher. Pujols and Wainwright beside each other. 2 potential Hall of Famers, I think. Wainwright, unbelievable career.
Broken bat, flare into right for Gosselin. That's down for a hit.
Everything going right in this first inning for the Braves.
Well, it's funny. Sometimes it's not how you pitch, but when you pitch. Ian Anderson is one of the best run-supported starters in baseball. He gets about 6 runs per game. The Braves are almost there, and we're still in the first.
Wow, how does Phil Gosselin get to that ball? That ball was a curveball way off the plate. Just putting it in play, guys. You never know what's going to happen.
And if I'm Palante, I'm shell-shocked right now. I'm like, what do I got to throw? What do I got to do to get somebody out? They're going opposite field on me. They're hitting those pitches.
So Michael Harris in the Rookie of the Year conversation for the Braves. Starts play tonight with a .302 batting average, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. And boy, has he been great in center field. It's changed the entire dynamic of this Braves team, not just Brian from an offensive standpoint, but as we've discussed, defensively too.
Yeah, when he came up, he showed you what defense means, because the pitching staff really picked up after he came up. Again, 25-10 with him when he came up. And Harris leads Major League with 19 RBIs in that 9 hole. That's impressive for a young kid. And I don't think anybody expected him to be here this soon. And then to continue to make adjustments. That's what's so impressive.
And leading the league from that spot with not a full season.
1 ball, 1 strike. One of those adjustments, Brian, was where Michael places his hands as he takes his position in the batter's box.
You know, that was a great move by Kevin Sicer there. I mean, look, his hero was Ronald Acuna coming up, watching him. And Kevin just said, hey, let's try this drill. Get your hands down and see how you like it. Well, it was like Acuna anyway. And he said it felt good. I'm going to take it in the game. And it was funny because Sicer's like, no, I don't want you to take it in the game. I don't want you to change. But he's an athlete. He can make adjustments. And boy, he got his hands down, and he is driving balls all over the field now. And that's tough to do, guys. Make adjustments during the season for the first time.
2-2 pitch, 2 outs, 5 runs in, and a chopper up the middle, and a bobble, and the throw to first is in time, and that will retire the side. The Braves bat around in the first inning. Austin Riley with a 2-run homer. That gets him to 50 RBIs. Then with 2 outs, William Contreras, a line drive 2-run shot. Big first inning for the Bravos. They enjoy now a 5-1 lead. Things going in the right direction tonight.
Yeah, Chip, it's more about fastball command than anything else. Obviously, the changeup has to be good as well, but everything's set up by his fastball. And you look at the last 2 starts, the fastball command has not been good. When you take a look at where everything is as far as location is concerned, don't look so much in and out, look height-wise. So he's been so consistent in that belly button range to the thigh range, and as a hitter, I can cover both sides of the plate if he does that. Last 2 games, 9 for 17 on that fastball. So if he can start to get it up or down, he'll be fine. You see those misses on that chart there, either too high or too low. Too much in the middle is where he's been.
533 batting average. Woo.
Well, he's got a 5-1 lead now. He got the first 2 outs in the first inning. Gave up 3 consecutive hits. Some bad luck. One a broken bat hit, one a soft hit that just trickled out of the glove of Matt Olson, who made a leaping grab. And then the Gorman base hit with 2 strikes for a short-lived Cardinal lead. So Tommy Edman, Capel, and Romine are coming up for the Cardinals.
Well, Chip, you said it early. Ian Anderson struggles against right-handers because he throws that changeup too much, and the right-handers love it. That's where I think he has to make adjustments. Left-handers, yeah, it's fine to throw that changeup, but right-handers, hey, let's work on throwing that slider curveball a little more to right-handers. Wouldn't you agree, Paul?
You're absolutely right. Something else he's working on, guys, and I really like that report by Nick Green on command. They believe that his front shoulder was elevating too high, causing him to dip, so that he was losing the command with that fastball. So that lead shoulder, his left shoulder, pointed towards home plate. He's trying to lower that tonight in hopes he's going to still raise it up a little bit, but he's trying to lower it so that he can improve the command on that fastball, and hoping that translates to what he wants.
This time, Matt able to snare a line drive. Tommy Edman hit it hard, but he's retired. And there is out number 1. Somebody in the dugout say, hey, that one's high enough for you, Matt. Good start to the inning, 1 away.
I love it. Look at us giving him a hand. They must have gave him a hard time missing that first ball.
Connor Capel had a special night last night, his first home run in the show.
Thing got pulled. Saying, Coach, what do I got to do?
Well, that was a Hall of Famer coming in. That was okay.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols.
Yeah, best part of the night was watching a member of the Braves grounds crew here at Truist Park get the pool net out and try to fish the ball out of Chattahoochee Falls last night. Whoa, that one bounced 4 feet in front of the plate. Bad miss from Ian. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Great microphone system there. Everybody's yelling, whoa.
Here's tonight's game. You see the Arsenal has not thrown the 2-seamer yet. Mix in a couple. Throw that curveball a little more.
Rolled over. Easy play for Olson. Capel is out number 2. 3 ground ball outs for Anderson. Here's Austin Romine, who was 0 for 3. Cardinals catching core has been, in the absence of Yadier Molina, unproductive. So much so they went out and got Romine, who was let go by the Angels. No word on when Yadier Molina will come back for the Cardinals.
Tell you, that's been the difference of this team. You talk about the pitching starting rotation. Without that man catching, that makes a huge difference in this Cardinal rotation.
He's had a lot of knee problems, so much so that they've had to continually drain the knee just to try to keep him upright, as Romine with a 2-out hit, which is what happened to Ian Anderson in the first inning. 3 of those in a row. All the Cardinal hits in this game are singles, and now back to the top of the order in Brendan Donovan.
Yeah, when you lose your catcher who's been there for so many years, as one of the superstars of that team, you miss him on both sides. I know as a pitcher, that's tough.
He's such a smart player too. I think he's going to be a manager really quick. He's actually going to manage in Venezuela winner.
Another base hit. Brendan Donovan picks on the first pitch. All of this trouble for the Cardinals in the game for Ian Anderson has come with 2 outs. 5 2-out singles. And the Cardinals threaten with Yepez coming up and 2 out.
There's that changeup once again. Just think he's overusing that changeup. I mean, teams are expecting it now.
Well, again, and it's down. See our starters since June 1st. Pretty good numbers. Ian is the one who has struggled. And that's okay. Ian can have a great month in the future and pick somebody else up who's struggling. Rarely are you hot all year long. Every starter, every bullpen member, you take turns picking each other up. I believe he's going to get through this and make the adjustments that he's going to need. This is a game of adjustments and be up here for a long time. This is a guy who has already been here for a significant amount of time and has good numbers. Again, the first rough stretch that we've seen him go through.
Yeah, if you remember when he first came up, I mean, he impressed everybody. I mean, surprised everybody. He was pretty dominant in 2019.
Well,
really did the job to get the Braves to the playoffs.
And in postseason play, pitch is great. First the pitch to Juan Yepez with 2 on 2 out. We talk all the time, guys, about how hitters have books. We saw that last night. One of the Cardinals was filling out a notebook, right?
Young kid, too.
Well, opposing teams get books on pitchers, too. Now, Ian Henderson is beginning to make his way through the major leagues for the first time. This is the first time he's faced the Cardinals, but a lot more video, a lot more advanced scouting on what he is and what he isn't, which is an extra challenge for any big league player. He leads by 4 runs with Yepez digging in. Up and away, 2 balls and a strike.
But with all the analytics out, you know, everybody knows Ian has a great changeup. So teams are laying off that changeup. So, Paul, when do you make that adjustment? I would love to see him come in one game and only throw 5 changeups. Just fastball, fastball, curveball, curveball. And now you got to go back to the drawing board as a hitter saying, okay, now he's not throwing that changeup. What do I do?
You see that pitch right there? Fastball in. You see Yepez's reaction, jumped out of the plate like it was almost going to hit him. The ball wasn't going to hit him. He's looking away. He's going to look up for the fastball. He's going to look down for a changeup. I would like to see Ian throw in and out, use his curveball more. Cutter, slider, mix in one of those with the curveball. And I think when he does that, he's going to be exceptional because his changeup is so good at such a young age. He already has deception. He throws 95 from behind his ear. He's just going to have to make some small adjustments like that.
On the ground, ought to be out of the inning. The peg to first is in time. A couple of 2-out hits. Cardinals strand a pair. The Braves batted around in the first. Acuna, Swanson, and Matt Olson are coming up again. Braves lead at 5-1. 2 2-run homers for Brian Snitker's Braves in the first inning. We head to the second where the top of the order is coming up. We are officially in the second half of the season. Let's check out the differences between the first and second quarters of that first half of the season. That's our landmark team comparison tonight.
Now, if you talk about making adjustments, 19 and 22 early, and then 28 and 12. We made some serious adjustments. Early on, we couldn't hit with 2 outs, couldn't drive guys in, but all of a sudden, it's a new ball club. Look at the runs per game, 5.4 now. I love what we have done in the, month and a half?
Putting the ball in play a lot more consistently, Brian. And that makes all the difference in the world. The Braves put the ball in play with all 9 hitters in that first inning, not a strikeout. And scored 5 times on 6 hits. And now Palante has to act as his own middle reliever and hope for some offensive help as he's down 5-1. He'd only given up 13 earned runs in his first 55 innings coming into play tonight. The Braves tagged him for 5 in the first. Well, let's not stop scoring. We had a 5-run inning last night, and that was it. In the second inning of game 1.
Add-on run, so important. Something that we've been doing lately. Last night, I mean, Cardinals started creeping back in that ball game.
As we told you, Palante's a guy that requires impatience. He's not around the plate a lot. And Acuna in the driver's seat, 3-1. Was well executed, 3-2.
Well, if you notice, Palante is not throwing that four-seamer now. He's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches.
Full count pitch for Ronald. Base is empty. Breaking ball is hammered foul.
We talk about in-game adjustments. Foul. After that first inning, all he's throwing is all-speed pitches.
Bernie, would you throw this Braves offensive fastball if you could avoid it?
Yeah. No, you have to change your game plan, go with what's working that night, and this is where you start to think, well, God, do they have something on me because I'm getting away with nothing.
That ball rocketed towards short. And Tommy Edman takes care of Acuna. There's out number 1.
Ronald Acuna has just changed this team. We told you earlier the graphic of a tale of 2 different teams. So many things has happened in the last month and a half. Strider joined the rotation. Pitching got better. Harris came up center field, played like Andrew Jones. Team got better. Dansby got hot, stopped striking out, started crushing the ball. Team got better. Snit gave the greatest speech of all time, maybe, in that locker room in Arizona. Team got better. And lastly, when Acuna got healthy, and he's about 90% now, this team changed. They're incredible.
Don't forget my man Matt Olson. He's starting to relax a little bit and starting to be himself.
Well, I left out the bullpen. I left out Riley. I left out Olson, but I didn't want to keep talking because, got to let it breathe sometime. Right? Crickets. Okay.
There's a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Dansby Swanson. He popped up into shallow right in the first inning. Three Cardinal defenders between the second base and third base bags with 1 out. And he went fishing and didn't get that. There's the first strikeout of this game. 2 outs. And Matt Olson's coming up. Something else that's worth talking about with both of these teams. These pitching staffs, generally speaking, are pretty young. Well, Matt is so lucky to have now a seasoned Max Fried, a Charlie Morton to counsel guys like Ian Anderson. Palante has Adam Wainwright on his side in the Cardinal dugout, sharing their experiences, their wisdom, because as we all know, those guys at one point were 22, 23, 24, trying to figure it out up here.
He's a great guy to ask, too, because he's a pitcher. Yes, he's got a great curveball, but he pitches. And you look at the greats in the game. You look at the DeGroms, the Scherzers right now. Yeah, they have great arms. They have good sliders. They throw hard, but they pitch. They can pitch in, out. They hit their spots. They know what a hitter's looking for based on their swing, and they adjust. So he's a great mentor.
And I wonder if Adam Wainwright said throw your breaking ball more, because
exactly,
he did that beautifully in the second inning, and the Braves are out in order. We go to the third, still 5-1. We go to the third inning in Atlanta. Glad you're with us here on Bally Sports. Big crowd on hand for game 2 between the Braves and Cardinals. Ian Anderson has been staked to a 5-1 advantage, and he'll face Goldschmidt, Arenado, and Nolan Gorman coming up.
Look at Wainwright right there talking to the young kid.
Mike Maddox in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's veteran experience there, trying to help the young man out.
Dansby gave ground on Goldschmidt's hot smash. There's out number 1.
I don't know what the outcome of this game is going to be, but it's certainly not following suit to what Palante wanted. And sometimes as a pitcher, when you struggle, it can really be advantageous because you learn And when you have guys in that dugout that can help you navigate through that, and then you get to go back out and try to make those adjustments, get your team to the 5th or the 6th inning, it can be one of the best starts for you.
And clearly he went out there with the mindset of a Wainwright, and he threw a lot of all-speed pitches. That's why Wainwright is so successful. You got guys throwing 98, 99, but guys don't know how to command that curveball and that changeup. And he's only throwing a fastball probably about 89 miles an hour, but it looks like 100. But he keeps hitters off balance, and he's very successful.
Nolan Arenado singled in the St. Louis first inning. Ian Anderson into the 3rd, has 5 ground ball outs in the game. Two to 1 strike to ball ratio for the Braves right-hander, whose 49th offering is outside. And it's 2-1.
Arenado started using on the bottom of the bat. You're going to see a puck right there. It's called the puck bat, which supposedly gives him more balance when he swings. Goldschmidt started using it. It allowed him to use a 1-inch longer bat and paid good dividends. So Arenado switched to it. Guys, I'm the rest of that Cardinals team. I may put in some new orders because they're killing it this year.
Yeah, Dansby has the axe-handled bat. Arenado, a new model. And as good an offensive player as he is, National League pitchers are saying don't give him any more help. With 55 RBIs and a 3-2 pitch. Strike him out. Arenado out in front. Ian Anderson got him with a changeup. And there is his first strikeout. 2 away.
When you get a hitter out with the changeup, it doesn't have to be located perfectly because you're getting him out front and backwards. It's like hitting the brakes. So if you throw a nasty changeup down and away, they may take it, but you throw a fastball that looks like a mistake down the middle that isn't, that's the swing you get, BJ.
Nolan Gorman takes up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Gorman has the Cardinal RBI. He is 19th.
Giving him.
That one off Contreras' glove, even count. Mentioned last night, different looking Cardinal infield alignment. Nolan Gorman, a 3rd baseman by trade, young enough to play 2nd. Edman had been playing 2nd, now it's short. Paul DeYoung is at AAA. As this ball is lifted toward left center field, who wants it? Harris and Rosario, and Michael makes the play. He and Eddie playing together for the 2nd game, and Ian Anderson his first perfect inning.
Second, Austin Riley and Marcell Ozuna. Let's take a look at our Synovus Get There feature. This hard hit balls in the National League. You see some familiar faces. 3 of the top 5 are Braves. Austin Riley at 121, Matt Olson at 115, and Marcell Ozuna at 109 hard hit balls. I was talking to Austin Riley earlier in the day, and he's talking about his hand position. He feels like he's in a more comfortable spot with his rhythm, with his hands. Now he's starting to gain consistency. And Marcell Ozuna, I talked to Kevin Seitzer about him earlier as well, and he's relaxed his shoulders a little bit, guys. So now he's starting to really get that whip. The fast twitch muscles are moving nicely. The last 2 games, 3 for 8 with 2 home runs coming in. And then he has a hard hit ball today. So these guys are starting to really heat up.
We'll take a little more of what Austin gave us in the 1st inning. A 2-run homer. As that's upstairs. 21 homers, 50 RBIs. For the Braves 3rd baseman. You'd take 40 and 100 out of your 3rd sacker offensively, wouldn't you?
No question about that.
And inside corner strike. It's 2-1.
And just as I talked about Dansby before the game, took over the lead last night with 49 RBIs. Austin said, not so fast, Dansby.
This guy's breaking ball's gotten better the last inning or so. So he's made an adjustment. Braves are all over the fastball in the 1st. Not more curves since the start of the second. He has retired 4 in a row. And a breaking ball is whacked to right. A 2-strike hit for Riley. Multi-hit games now in 5 of the last 6 for the Braves third baseman.
Big mistake by the young pitcher there, throwing the curveball up in his eyes, knowing that second base is wide open. Man, that's just an easy ball. It was on a tee for Riley to get that base hit.
That's the ball that he hit out to right field. A little shocked at that too.
Ozuna doubled and scored. Marcel has a 4-game hitting streak.
Don't sleep on Austin Riley over there. He has a couple of stolen bases this year.
Oh, right off the knuckles foul. It's 0-1. Greeny, this is another guy for the Braves that in recent times has been barreling the ball a lot more frequently. His hard hit rate apparently going up.
Yeah, he's a guy that's going to tinker, and I talked to him earlier in the year about that too. He knows he tinkers, but he's got to find his spot where he's free and loose, and that's what they've been working on with dropping his shoulders a little bit, releasing those shoulders where the hands start to work. We saw that fastball down and in his previous at bat, and that's where those fast twitch muscles work, and he can get there, and that bat speed is incredible. So hopefully he's kind of getting in that flow of really hitting the ball hard consistently and kind of getting out of his own way a little bit.
Ozuna nearly won the Triple Crown in the 2020 campaign. 34 RBIs for him. Trying to add to a 5-1 lead. Riley at first with nobody out. The pitch. Fooled him with a breaking ball.
Took a lot off of that pitch.
That was an Adam Wainwright curveball.
Exactly.
Well, and if you take a lot off and you throw a slow curve and a power curve, that's 2 different pitches, even though they're curves. So start factoring in taking a little off the fastball, sinking it, cutting it, 4-seamer up. That's 3 different pitches. Yes, they're all fastballs, but you can get guys out differently with different pitches.
Chopper hit toward Arenado. He looks to second, gets the out there, and Ozuna is safely aboard with 1 out. There is an arrogance defensively that Arenado has, and I mean this is the ultimate respect. There is not an out or situation he thinks he can't get. Many third basemen would have taken the out at first. He didn't.
You know, he's like Dansby Swanson. He knows what he's going to do before that ball is hit to him. He's always prepared. And there, he knows the speed of the runners. Austin Riley has speed, but he knows he can get that ball over there quickly. And he is so smooth, too. Man,
yes,
I love watching him.
9 Gold Gloves as a third baseman. He's got a ways to go before he takes over the top spot. Brooks Robinson.
Yes.
Young fans,
grew up in Baltimore.
Go to Google and find out and read about Brooks Robinson if you love the history of the game. One of the greatest of the great at the hot corner. Here's Rosario. Man aboard, 1 out. Chopper hit towards second into the shift. High throw, ball dropped. Everybody's safe. The Cardinals, who pride themselves on double play defense, not only don't get 2, they don't get 1 on a bad throw from Nolan Gorman. That's the 35th error for the St. Louis team defense.
When Gorman learning second base, this is not a throw that he's used to making. You don't make that kind of throw from third base.
Yeah, I would love to go down to Nick Green and talk about that play right there. Nick, how is he supposed to field that ball?
Well, the one thing is he got into too big of a hurry, and so the transfer wasn't there, a little loose on the grip, and when you're in that position, you have to throw uphill, get the left shoulder up, and throw it as hard as you can to second, and you kind of saw him baby it a little bit.
Again, a first pitch swing by Contreras, and again it's hit to right, but this one's going to be caught by Capel near the line. And no advance. 2 on and 2 out. Contreras has seen 2 pitches, and he's 1 for 2. Here's Phil Gosselin.
Just got underneath that ball. But I love his aggressiveness. Ball up in the zone.
Chip talked about a complimentary arrogance describing Arenado, which I love that expression. I would say the same thing about Contreras when he walks up to the plate. You feel like he's got 10 years in the big leagues. He's just got a couple.
2 on, 2 out for Phil Gosselin, starting at second for the Braves again tonight. As the fellows mentioned, with the late night last night, with the 2-hour and 37-minute rain delay, neither the Braves nor the Cardinals took batting practice before the game. It was the old proverbial show and go game. Get to the ballpark, do your pregame work, and then get after it at first pitch. That pops away, no advance. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, I think Phil Gosselin earned his way into the lineup. He got a couple of hits last night. Hey, get him hot.
Didn't take Phil long to get his uniform top dirty tonight. Ozuna the lead runner at second, Rosario at first. 5-1 Braves lead. And a shot toward right, curling near the netting and out of play. 2-1 you count. Beautiful night in Atlanta. Humidity has broken to a degree. Still a very hot evening. Ball traveling well for the Braves. We've hit a couple of home runs in game 2. And now Gosselin way ahead in the count with Michael Harris waiting on deck.
Romine is getting beat up back there.
See that adjusted arsenal, as Chip mentioned, more curves and sliders. Throwing a lot of fastballs early, which you normally do as a pitcher. You establish in. Palante never got there.
So a full count. Braves already with 4 2-strike hits in this game. Advantage for Ozuna and Rosario is they'll get a head start with 2 outs. Already 65 pitches for Palante. He's not yet out of the 3rd inning. Huge leads. There they go. Here it is. And Phil swung late and is down on strikes. We are through 3 in Atlanta. Good start for the Bravos, enjoying a 5-1 advantage. Truist. Nick Green downstairs by the Braves home dugout. Paul Bird. And it is Brian Jordan. Yes, tonight. Chip Carey with you for game 2 of our series. Good start. Ian Anderson's been given 5 runs of support. He leads by 4. And he's got the bottom part of the St. Louis order coming up. Carlson, Edman, and Connor Capel. Dylan Carlson bounced out to end the St. Louis first inning tonight. And the Braves have him played in a shift. Line and caught. Riley in the right place at the right time. Next year that might be a hit, but next year isn't here. 1 out.
My partner Chip Carey talking about the shift, which will not be allowed next year.
We think.
And if that's the case, you will see some batting averages go up, and why I referenced certain players, Matt Olson, one of them. That average will get a little higher.
Tommy Edman is the hitter. He lined out to first. It was the play where Matt Olson was hearing it from the dugout. Hey, played him high enough this time. As Edman 0 for 1, just 3 for his last 18 at the plate. Cardinals in a tight race in the National League Central with the Brewers. St. Louis starts play tonight. 3 games behind Milwaukee. They're in a tough part of their schedule. They've got the Braves now, the Phillies and Dodgers next at home. And they are playing shorthanded, Brian. The Braves have had to deal with that, and that's the toughest part of any job for a major league manager, when you don't have your starting lineup for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that's when you really test your manager, because see how good he really is, how he can shuffle guys in and out and still maintain some excellence, which is tough to do when you got to ship guys in from AAA.
And nothing makes your team look stagnant than when you don't score, and that's been the problem for the Cardinals. They've run into Wheeler, they've run into Anderson tonight, they ran into Kyle Wright in the Braves bullpen last night. They have scored 4 runs in their last 21 innings.
Paul, this is a perfect example right here what I'm talking about. Here it is, he's throwing fastballs to Edman, who's a really good hitter, and he's fouling off the fastballs. What do you think he's looking for? He knows he's going to come back with that changeup. So stay hard. Stay with the fastball.
A few more curveballs from Anderson tonight. And a line drive right at Gosselin. A couple of atom balls from the Cardinals in the inning. 2 up, 2 down. Connor Capel is the batter. First, a quick message from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
Connor Capel is 0 for 1. Because of all the injuries we discussed earlier, he is the 11th Cardinal to make a big league debut this year. It's July 5th. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases empty. 5-1 Braves lead. All 5 runs for the hometown team came in the first inning. If you're just joining us, Austin Riley and William Contreras with 2-run homers. And now 3-0 after 2 outs. That's been the only blemish really for Ian tonight. Cardinals have 5 hits in the game. All 5 of them have come with 2 outs.
Well, he doesn't have a walk yet. I don't want him to walk anybody here. Come back. You got that 5-1 lead. Make him hit it.
Right. Perfect. Pitch the contact. We saw 2 line drives right to second base. Pitch the contact.
That's it. Throw
Challenge
strikes.
these hitters. Yeah.
Throw strikes. Brian Jordan is retired. Is that the saying?
On the ground, this one scoots by Gosselin. Capel has a hard hit single with 2 outs. That's 6 of them for St. Louis. And they'll at least clear the number 9 hitter, Romine, who had a bullet his first time up.
And that's okay. I like this better than a walk. Go right after him. It's not easy to hit. You got a ground ball. If you walk the guy, I've never seen anybody not make it to first successfully walking down there.
But I think you will not get that hit if you get ahead of the hitters. But if you fall behind 3-0, now you got to throw strikes. So guys going to take their best swings.
High fly ball had him off stride. Rosario backs up, and he's got that. And Ian Anderson gets through the 4th inning with a 4-run lead. Michael Harris leads off when we come back.
Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi, unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Couple of souvenirs for Braves country in Atlanta tonight. Riley and Contreras have hit homers, and for each one of those hit by the Braves over the next 4 years, Truist donates $755 to the Braves Foundation's Henry Louis Aaron Fund. A minimum commitment of $1 million will be made. Here's our update. As of the 4th of July, 122 homers for the Braves. They've raised nearly $93,000 so far this season, and that number is sure to climb as we have 80 games left after tonight's play. Michael Harris leads off, then Acuna and Swanson. Braves 5, Cardinals 1. 13 combined hits. The Braves have 7 of them.
One thing I can tell you with Palante, this is the reason why they like this kid. Gives up 5 runs in that first inning, and all of a sudden he makes an adjustment. And right now he's holding the Cardinals in the ball game right now. Got to give this kid a lot of credit.
0-1 for Michael. Floated and fouled away into the Braves dugout. That was a much more friendly foul ball off the bat of Michael Harris than the one Snit saw last night.
You notice Snit is sitting down and behind the net tonight.
Yep, he was standing on the dugout steps right by that red railing, and Michael Harris almost picked him off. The pitch is golf to the left side and out of play. I love Snit's response when he was asked about it. I'm cat-like quick. But he's in a safe and smart spot right now for Michael, leading off the inning. And did that hit him?
No, just missed him.
I heard 2 ticks. It must have gotten the catcher twice. And the count 1-2 for Harris.
BJ, aren't you supposed to play that off, start hopping?
Yeah, I'm probably going to stick my foot out there and take that hit. Lead off hit by pitch.
EY got out of the way. Good play by the ball boy down the line. We'll try again. Harris will see a 6th pitch.
And it's interesting watching Palante right now mix his pitches so well. Unlike the first inning, he was throwing everything hard. He's going soft and then 95. Man.
Well, that's it. Like, you look at that last pitch, 95 in on the hands. Now that opens everything up, because as a hitter you have to respect that. You know a guy can throw a strike on the inside part of the plate. You can't just lean out, dive, and it opens up a way.
Broken bat, softly hit. Better hurry. Funky spin. And he beat it. Speed never slumps, and Harris is aboard with an infield hit.
You know, and I'm really surprised at Arenado right here, because he's seen everything, and he had to see that spin off the bat. So you got to really charge hard. Tried to barehand it, make the play, but hey, speed kills. You gotta love it.
I wish you could have seen your face when he was running down the line. I mean, you were grinning from ear to ear. You saw that hit all the way.
Oh, you smelled that hit right there. Wow. He got sawed off, but it was worth it.
8 hits in the game, 5 with 2 strikes for the Braves. And now you've got to worry about Michael Harris, who's 4 for 4 in steals. And Ronald Acuna Jr. in the batter's box. Ronald singled, stole a bag himself, and scored on a Matt Olson hit in the first inning. Good lead. Not going. And popped out of play. Strike 1.
And early on, when Michael Harris came up, they kind of held him back. They didn't want him to take off. I remember talking to EY, and I said, man, he has all that speed. Let him go. And they were like, we want him to ease into it. And now they're starting to let him go.
This is one of your problems. The guy at the plate can leave the yard. Do I want to take second base, possibly get thrown out, cost him an RBI? He can also hit a double, in which case Harris is scoring. But Harris can steal a base, so do I want him getting in scoring position?
Good lead.
Another half step and time call. Well, it's easier to score a run on a single than it is with a home run.
So a lot of times if I'm pitching and I have my first baseman there and he sees that lean, they may have a signal verbally where he says something and it's a throw over. We'll see if we get that lean again.
Not going. And Acuna golfs that foul past Ron Washington. And here we go again. 2 strikes.
I'm really surprised with that big lead. He should be stealing right there.
I agree.
1, 2, 4.
On the pop time?
Yes.
Maybe the red light is on for Harris. We'll find out. 2 strikes. Another quarter step. Another half step. There he goes. Great jump. And popped out of play foul. He kept inching and inching and then took a full step and took off.
Yeah, you got to do it early in the count. I don't like the 0-2 count. That's a distraction if I'm a hitter.
That's that lean I'm talking about, because when you do start to lean and a pitcher throws over that has a good move, it costs you body wise to make an adjustment and get back to first.
Well, that's why I'm going to take a bigger lead, because I think he doesn't have a good move. That's why he's scared to throw it over there right now. That's a huge lead.
And you see we didn't see the lean on that one, and he wasn't going.
This is why the Braves are so dangerous. They have a lot of speed throughout the whole lineup. They're going to take the extra base. They're going to steal bases. They're going to keep the pressure on.
I grew up watching that kind of a game. I think it's one of the most exciting parts of the game. The cat and mouse between pitcher, catcher, base runner, manufacturing runs, the ballet up the middle with the second baseman and shortstop. All that's in play with a good running game, and the Braves have one. Huge lead. Not going, and Acuna didn't get it. A swing and a miss. So runner at first, 1 out. Ronald is retired. Dansby Swanson is the hitter. And Dansby looking for his first hit tonight. Hammond said he's 0 for too much. He's our Georgia Natural Gas impact player. Look at what Dansby has done with his fielding work for Atlanta.
Yeah, he's been excellent all season long, making phenomenal plays. I'm surprised he's number 4. I would have thought he would at least be number 2 behind Machado.
That's the Fangraphs war, not the fielding war. I beg your pardon. The alphabet soup of analytics.
If you see B war, that's baseball reference war, and they may have a slightly different formula, but the war is a total compilation of a player taking everything into account and gets a grade based on that, a number based on that. F4, as my partner just said, Fangraphs number.
Chopper foul and bounced into the Cardinals dugout. Yeah, Peter Moylan sent me a note that the Braves roster, 25 of the 26 players on this roster are at big league average or better in wins above replacement, which is calculated, as we said, so many different ways, but that speaks to your roster depth and how well your club is put together. No balls and a strike. Michael, a good lead, not going, and banged foul again. 0-2.
To be honest, I never knew what WAR was. You know, and then all of a sudden, Peter Moylan, by the way, told me I had a pretty good career WAR. I was like, really?
You do?
Okay. Awesome.
Well, and the whole point of sabermetrics and new analytics is to try to make a better decision when trading for or drafting a player, because you're getting value that maybe isn't always seen. There's the lane.
There he goes. Pitch low. Romine's throw is high, and Harris held the bag. Such high velocity sliding into second, he almost went into left center field, but he held the pillow. He's got his 5th steal, and he's in scoring position for Dansby.
Man, just a great jump. We saw his big lead. We were waiting for him to take the base, and what a great pitch to go on. A curveball in the dirt.
There you go. Michael Harris, your WAR just went up. Keep that up and mid on the bag. It's not easy to do when you're flying down to second.
So a hit means a run for Dansby Swanson and the Braves. Harris a good lead. And way high evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here we are again with Dansby Swanson. 2-strike count, run scoring situation. He's been one of the best in the big leagues this year. 27 2-out RBIs. He's not been one of the best. He's been the best in these opportunities. Braves have 8 hits. Dansby looking for number 9 right here. Harris takes off, goes to third, swing and a miss. Romine's throw is going to be late. He steals second, he steals third. 2 outs, and Matt Olson coming up.
Great jump by Michael Harris here, taking his chances. Sometimes that distracts the hitter, though, when you're on second base. You almost want him to stay there, because if you get a base hit, he's going to score anyway with his speed. I think Dansby saw him going, and all of a sudden he got anxious and jumped out there, swinging at a bad pitch in the dirt.
So Matt Olson hits with a runner at third and 2 outs. We're in the Braves' 4th. Olson has 3 run-scoring singles in this series. 46 RBIs on the year. Matt with 31 doubles before the All-Star break. That's a new Braves franchise record. Buzz the tower, evens the count. Keep an eye on the Mets score tonight. They're in Cincinnati, and they're playing in the bottom of the 4th inning. Max Scherzer is on the mound for New York as he returns from injury. Braves are 3.5 games behind the Mets. That game is scoreless at the Great American Ballpark. We will see the Mets at the end of our homestand. Remember, the Braves played New York 4 times earlier this year and split those 4 games in New York. We've got 15 left head-to-head with the Mets. And Truist Park is going to be rocking next week. The pitch. He's up and in, 3-1 the count.
I know one pitcher who can't wait to face the Mets, and that's Max Fried. Guy, he gave up some hits up there in New York, and I don't think any of them were above 80 miles an hour off the bat.
Huge amount of real estate for Olson the other way here with 2 outs. And pulled a breaking ball that scatters the Braves in the dugout. And now the count is full for the Braves first baseman.
Well, a guy that started out in the bullpen, Palante, you wonder how many pitches they're going to let him throw. He's up to 87 right now.
He went 7 innings in his last start against the Marlins. And Olson, breaking ball into the camera well. Nick, you okay down there?
I'm okay, but we got a camera lady hit in the side. I think she's going to be fine.
That's tough. Greeny, if it makes you feel better, Chip has never checked on me.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Full count. Shot the other way. Olson has another hit. This one is going to ricochet off the wall. Matt Olson hustling into second. A 2-strike, 2-out run scoring hit for Olson, who now has 32 doubles, and the Braves get a big add-on run.
Just what the doctor ordered. Add-on runs right there. Great job by Michael Harris getting in scoring position, stealing third base. And Matt Olson going the other way once again with 2 strikes. I told you guys, he's starting to relax. He's starting to be himself.
I like this guy. How about that smile right there? Coming back home, putting on the Braves jersey. Truist Park, rocking, a lot of energy, the chop, this and that. playoff contender, on and on. He's happy to be back home.
And the Braves happy to have him in the lineup, where he's 4 for 4 with runners in scoring position in this series. Mike Maddox to the mound as the Cardinals talk it over. Let's enjoy a quick message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
So the Braves lead is 5 runs now. It's a 6-1 game. Austin Riley is your hitter, a 2-run homer and a 3rd inning single. So he's 2 for 2. 6 runs on 9 hits. And chopped foul. The Cardinals bullpen gets busy for the first time tonight. Packy Naughton, a left-hander, is getting ready. No answers for Oliver Marmol and this Cardinal pitching staff, which has been hit hard over the last 3 weeks. And the Braves have pounded them here in game 2.
Wow, disappearing slider there, right there, down and away.
So Riley down to his final strike. Braves have added a run with a 2-out double from Matt Olson.
Find that hole once again like last at bat.
It's 2-2.
Those numbers. He's throwing a lot of curveballs, not as many 4-seamers tonight.
Oh, you're right. Got good stuff. He's a good pitcher. The Braves are just hot. Came out of the gate swinging.
And you love what the Braves are doing to the Cardinals tonight, especially. Last night, everybody got some help thanks to Mother Nature. A lot of bullpen usage for the Cardinals. Figure they're going to have to go to their pen a lot tonight, cover maybe 4 more innings with 2 more games in the Georgia Heat coming up. Another 3-2 pitch, and Riley spoiled that.
But you know what the Braves hitters did? They took that 4-seamer away from him and made him change his game. And kid's not used to that.
I thought the Braves unfairly got characterized as, hey, they're not that good during this hot streak because they're not playing teams that are above 500. These are world champions. These are good hitters. And when they're on, they do damage like this.
Line over third. That's headed for the corner. Riley will chase home Olson. He's 3 for 3. Austin Riley now just needs the triple to hit for the cycle. And the Braves add on. It's a 7-1 score.
And that's the 7th 2-out RBI hit. Two-strike hits, yeah, 7.
Another curveball. He threw it to him again.
He threw it to him again.
Oh my gosh. He hit it out to right.
Well,
he hit the right center and then pulled it.
Well, Palente made the adjustment, started going to the breaking ball. That worked for about an inning and 2/3. Then the Braves adjusted back, and they've turned the lights out on the Cardinal right-hander. The Braves have scored 7. They lead by 6. We're in the 4th inning.
Brought to you by Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Synovus, the bank that helps you get there, and by NASCAR. Get your tickets online for NASCAR in Atlanta July 10th at AtlantaMotorspeedway.com.
Back at Truist Park, the Braves are still up 7-1. The Cardinals have made a pitching change with Packy Naughton on the mound. But fellas, I want to go back to Fangraphs WAR for a second. I know you guys were talking about that. Chip doesn't know what that means. I think when you look at Fangraphs WAR, nothing against the guys today, but I think there's something wrong with the formula, because what happened is I went back and looked, and I have a .4 Fangraphs WAR. Paul Byrd has a 15.2, and Brian Jordan at a 31.7 Fangraphs WAR. So something's off with the calculations, guys.
I love it. I would agree with you. That means Brian Jordan was twice the player that I was.
And Nick,
that hurts.
I know exactly what Fangraphs WAR is. It's an attempt by the sabermetric baseball community to summarize a player's total contributions to their team in one statistic. What's so hard about that?
What's so hard about that?
There you go. Total value of a player. Doesn't like relievers, though. You look at Mariano Rivera, one of the best closers in the game, and you would expect it to be a lot higher.
So Packy Naughton comes in the 4th inning for the Cardinals. Marcell Ozuna greets him. 9 o'clock here at Truist Park. Braves are up 7-1. And Naughton slings that in for Ozuna, who has reached base twice. Once via double. He scored a 1st inning run as well. Inside corner, pretty pitch.
That's a pitch Ozuna normally swings at. Seeing him for a first time, not knowing what to expect. Pretty good changeup right there, Paul.
Especially from the lefty sidewinder.
1-2 count for Ozuna, the Braves DH, and across the shoe tops. It's 2-2.
Came back in with that fastball. I expect him to go away with the changeup.
Marcell has a lot of room to play with on the right side of the Cardinal defense. The pitch, and he tried to hit it that way. And Gorman double clutch. That almost caught him. And Ozuna and the Braves are done in the 4th inning. They pick up 2 more runs. All 7 belong to Palente. And the Braves on their way after 4. What a beautiful sunset in Atlanta. An even lovelier score where the Braves lead 7-1. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. So Ian Anderson has a 6-run lead. He's got to get through 5 with this advantage to qualify for the victory. Ian is 6-5 individually on the season. The Braves are 9-6 this year when he starts.
Well, here's what I like about this game. No, he doesn't have a ton of strikeouts, but he has no walks. He's throwing strikes. And after the last start, he could not wait to take the mound, and I see an adjustment. That's progress.
What's the biggest adjustment?
Well, I'm looking at that shoulder, and I don't see the big hitch. I don't see the drop on the backside. So I do think that has helped him. You saw it right there. Nice and level. Fastball took off up in the zone.
I just love the fact that he's throwing the fastball.
There's a familiar face. Steve Holman, the longtime voice of the Atlanta Hawks.
That's right.
He was here with his grandson Connor.
What a good man. I love listening to him.
Hawks were busy in recent days. The draft, big trades,
big pickup.
Can't wait for our Hawks coverage to start here on Bally Sports.
What was it, Mary from San Antonio Spurs? That's a huge pickup for the Hawks. Giving Trae Young some help.
I was going to say, if you get to play with Trae Young, that's got to be a thrill. As that one's popped out of play. 1 ball, no strikes.
Wonder if he approves of Ronald Acuna's Trae Young ice tray home run trot.
I'm quite sure he's loving it.
So our whole Bally Sports family is with us tonight here in Atlanta for Game 2 of our 4-game series. And speaking of that Bally Sports family, happy birthday to Caleb McNear, our Bally Bar operator in the truck, celebrating his 32nd birthday today. The Bally Bar is at the bottom of your screen. All the scores, news and notes from the sporting world. It's a tough job. Caleb does it real well. So happy birthday, Caleb. And here's to many, many more.
I think you have to be good at math to do that job.
Slowly hit. Dansby's got to hurry. Did. And the stretch, not in time. Yepez beats it out. That's the third bad luck hit for Ian Anderson allowed in the game. It was a close play. Dansby playing back, came charging in.
I think Dansby was saying, Riley, you should have come over and got that ball.
And you know, for Yepez, the former Brave, always want to do well against the team that traded you away. Braves got Matt Adams from the Cardinals in exchange for that young man who's had a good year. So he's aboard in front of Goldschmidt, who singled and scored the Cardinal run in the first.
Matt Adams was a good pickup. Spelled Freddie sometimes, and
yeah,
even tried Freddie at third base once or twice, and Matt Adams hit a few big homers and could launch. That right there, I like that. What's different? A lot of times when he goes down in the zone, it's a change. I like him mixing in fastballs down in the zone, dotting those up. Throw some changeups high. Throw some changeups up.
In the dirt, nice stop.
You remember Keith Falk, closer?
Yeah.
Come in and throw changeups up and in to righties, and nobody knew what to do with them. Like, I just don't see that pitch.
One on, one out, and a swing and a miss. Goldschmidt is down on strikes. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Anderson, 3 in total in the game. And here's Nolan Arenado.
Throw the fastball.
This is why you cannot look changeup on Ian Anderson. That fastball beat him handily. One of the best hitters in the game, and when you see that kind of swing that late, you know he was not looking heater.
Yeah, when he can command that fastball like that first pitch down and away for a strike, and you get a hitter looking change up and then throw that fastball 96 right by him.
I'm going to ask tomorrow, but I've seen some breaking balls that have looked like little cutters, so I don't know if he just hadn't finished the curve or if he's actually throwing the cutter and seeing where that's at.
Shift on for Arenado as Anderson fooled him. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's almost like for Ian, the longer the game has gone, the better his stuff has become. After throwing 28 first inning pitches, the Cardinals have scattered just 4 hits.
He took the mound like a man on the mission, and he's backed it up. Got in a little bit of trouble, but I like the way he's pitched all game.
Well, his problem has always been that first inning, getting through the first inning. Once he gets through the first inning, kind of relaxes a little bit.
Well, right-handers were 3 for 4 in the first time through the order. Second time through the order, they were 0 for 4. Now he's trying again.
They can put the ball in play. It's a 3-1 count. Anderson pushing toward 90 pitches. This is also an important stretch of hitters and game timing for Ian. Third time through the lineup has also been problematic for him this year. And he's beginning that trek here in the 5th inning, as he has won 1, 2, 3 innings so far tonight. And a bullet into left field for a base hit. Around second, Yepez. He's going to stop there, and the Cardinals have a 2-out threat. Another 2-out hit against Anderson in the game. 2 aboard, 2 outs, and Nolan Gorman is coming up. St. Louis with 8 hits in the game. The Braves have a 6-run lead. So far, Ian's been flip of the coin on throwing strike 1 to these Cardinal hitters. He's 12 out of 23 in first pitch strikes. He has struck out 3 men, no walks, which is always a good recipe. His fastball still holding good velocity, 93, 94 miles an hour. No wind to speak of in Atlanta tonight. Much more comfortable evening than last evening.
You saw Contreras fake with the up and in fastball target and then jump down and away at the last minute for the changeup. See what he does here.
This is just a typical Ian Anderson start. Get through the order a 3rd time, not efficient, pitch count up. We hope he can get through 6 innings, but at 92 pitches, I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that, Paul.
1 pitch at a time. Throw a strike right here, get some contact, get out of the inning, get yourself a win.
Bullpen beginning to stir for the Braves. The pitch lifted out of play. There's that pitch Paul was talking about. It's a full count. And now the Cardinal runners will take off with 2 outs.
Gorman's hit his changeup earlier for a base hit. I would love to see another fastball right here. I haven't seen a good swing yet from Gorman on the heater. Stick with it, Ian.
The runners lead. And here it is. It hit off the plate, and the bases are loaded for St. Louis. Colin McHugh just got up. Rick Kranitz will slowly walk to the mound. It'll give Colin some more time to get loose on a sticky night. Cardinals again threatening, bases loaded, 2 outs as Anderson at 94 pitches so far in the game. Dylan Carlson is the hitter. Before we talk about his night, first a quick message from Texas Pete.
Welcome to the tribe. The Texas Pete tried and true. Texas Pete, sauce like you mean it.
Got to get through 5 with the lead to qualify for the win. And Dylan Carlson is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and lined out. Yepez had an infield hit. Arenado a base hit to left. Nolan Gorman walked. Those are the St. Louis base runners. Anderson continues out of the stretch with 2 out. Ball 1.
Paul, he's really struggling with the changeup. Got to throw fastballs here. Just challenge Dylan.
Another changeup and an even count. Ooh. Foul back, center cut at 94, and Carlson set up. Ian's a strike away from completing 5.
Here we go, Ian. Make your best pitch of the night right here. Crowd's behind you. Braves country is behind you. Finish it.
The 1-2 pitch.
Again, these Cardinal hitters are patient. You got to throw strikes.
He just teased him with the changeup away. He didn't go for it. I like BJ's approach. Throw that good fastball. He set up for it.
Now it's 2-2. And on the ground right to Olsen. He got the rollover on the changeup. And Anderson is through 5. He allows 1 run. Wasn't easy, but it was effective. Braves in command, 7-1 in game 2. 8 hits, 1 run. His last 2 starts, guys, 6 innings combined. A progress-making step tonight.
I don't know what Brian Singer's telling him, but probably has something to do with attacking the strike zone and giving it your best. And then if I'm Ian, I'm saying, thanks for sticking with me, Skip.
Yeah, that looks like a relieved face for Ian Anderson. Not just relieved, but obviously happy. He's got a chance to win the game with a big lead, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he didn't have his best tonight, but he managed to get through 5 innings and give the Braves a chance to win the ball game. And it's progress at this last start. That's the way you have to look at it, especially if it credits. You're saying, hey, you're trying to be positive. You're encouraging him. It's a good step forward for him.
So Eddie Rosario leads off. He's 0 for 2 in the game. This ball popped up left side, curling foul. Long run for the Cardinal defenders. That's near the tarp. And Rosario, a 1-2 count. Good to have Eddie back in the lineup. Gives the Braves some more left-handed, right-handed balance at the plate. And he loves seeing the Cardinals, as you see on our Yellowwood, bringing the lumber feature.
Wow, that's some pretty good numbers in 15 games versus the Cardinals. 8 runs. We know he's going to be back there. He's going to be back there. He's starting to swing the bat, starting to see it, starting to be a little patient. It's going to take him probably a week to get back into the flow of things.
And a good challenge for Rosario, lefty-lefty with Packy Naughton, who starts his first full inning. And that's his first strikeout. Packy's a nickname. This young man's given name is Patrick.
Packy's way better.
From Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a good baseball name right there.
There's out number 1. Here's Contreras. He's seen 2 pitches. He's got 1 hit and 2 RBIs. That a 2-run homer in the Braves' 5-run first.
What do you know? Swinging at the first pitch.
Got the changeup too. Packy's got 2-seam, 4-seam curve, slider, change. Herky jerky lefty. We went from a funky righty to another changeup away. Funky lefty.
Contreras must not be picking that pitch up at all.
One ball, 2 strikes. Braves home after winning 2 road series, 1 in Philly, 1 against the Reds. In good shape here in game 2 against the Cardinals. Max Fried will face Miles Michaelis tomorrow night. We will join you Thursday night for Spencer Strider and Matthew Liberatore. And also a 7:20 first pitch. 6:30 is our Braves live pregame show time. And the Nationals are in over the weekend, then the Mets. Then one final brief trip to Washington, and that takes us to the All-Star break. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 away in the Atlanta fifth. Phil Gosselin's coming up. He's 1 for 2.
So I played for a legendary coach in college, Skip Bertman at LSU. Hall of Famer, won 6 national championships. One of his secrets was, on your coaching staff, you need to have a really good left-handed BP pitcher to get ready for guys like this. Always thought that was interesting.
Well, the kid has a real good changeup.
I mean, there's no machine that can simulate that.
No.
You have to have someone get out there and throw it and see a live arm.
1 ball, 1 strike for Phil Gosselin with 2 outs. He wasn't left-handed, but boy, a guy that threw great batting practice in his days as a Braves coach was former big league manager Ned Yost.
Absolutely.
He stood at batting practice depth, and he was throwing 95-mile-an-hour fastballs. It was not get loose BP, was it, Brian?
No, but you need that before a game. You need to see that type of speed.
We used to have to bunt off Frank Foltz. Remember the herky-jerky lefty?
Herky-jerky.
Man, after trying to bunt that stuff, I was game ready.
2-2 count, 2 outs for Gosselin. And rolled foul, but Bertie, alas, the real athletes don't get to hit anymore.
That's true.
With the DH in both leagues.
You know, I'm a purist. I wasn't for that, but this is okay. I like this. Do I wish Max Fried walked up to the plate when he pitched? Yes, I do. But do I want to see Ian hit? And I'm sorry, Ian, I love you. No, I'd rather see someone else.
I'd rather see a healthy Max Fried. Just pitch for me, Max. And look, I love seeing Max hit. I love the National League strategy. But with all the injuries we had in our pitching staff because of trying to run too hard.
Fair ball. Arenado, great play to rob Phil Gosselin.
Jeez.
9-time Gold Glover showed you why there. He made that look easy as pie. 3 up, 3 down in the Braves' fifth. Gumby's a part of our Great Valley sports family. They're having a great time tonight. So happy birthday, Reagan, as we rejoin Nick Green heading to the 6th. Greeny?
Yeah, Chip, I just wanted to give a little love to William Contreras, and we've talked about him developing as a catcher behind the plate. This year he's taken that next step as far as his development behind the plate, pitch calling, blocking pitches. Just done a really nice job with this staff. We saw it again today. He's got a pitcher's ERA of 2.54 this year, and I talked to Brian Sticker about this earlier today, and he was just telling me that he feels like just getting him in the game, being around Travis d'Arnaud, just maturing as far as not taking the offense to the defensive side and understanding his main goal is to get that pitcher through the game and do it well. And he's done a great job this year. So I just wanted to give him a little bit of love from what he's done behind the plate.
Can't argue with that, Greeny. He's done a nice job, did a good job helping Ian Anderson navigate through 5 innings of 1-run ball. Now Colin McHugh will follow Ian in the St. Louis 6th. He'll have the lower third of the order coming up. And that has bounced off the netting foul, strike 1. McHugh's been really good for the Braves all year long. Had a rough spell in Cincinnati. Let's see if we can get him back in good form here with a 7-1 lead. And that's a good way to start. Soft ground ball off the bat of a struggling Tommy Edman, who is 0 for 3, 1 man down.
That is a good start. 2 fastballs in on the hands of Tommy Edman.
Well, I just love the 6 walks to 40 strikeouts that we showed you earlier. Wow, what a ratio.
Braves bullpen coming off an 8-3 month where they had a collective 3.03 ERA. They start this month without Kenley Jansen, who was again out before the game. Saw him pitching off the Truist Park mound, not just in the bullpen.
That's a good sign, always a good sign.
As he's coming back from the irregular heartbeat and the medical procedures that have followed that. Kenley says he's going to be ready to go by the time the Mets get here. That's when I believe he's eligible to come off the injured list for the Braves. As Connor Capel hits and takes strike 3. McHugh carved him up. As I've heard it said, that ball crept over the outside corner like a cat in the moonlight. Ooh. Nicely done. 2 outs for McHugh. Our A-list member of the game tonight. After all, it's A-list member appreciation week. That's Nathan Bottoms of Cumming, Georgia. Nathan's been a member since 1997. His favorite A-list perks are priority parking and the new A-list members only gate to Truist Park. Congratulations, Nathan Bottoms, tonight's A-list member of the game.
I gotta say, that last pitch to Capel, that's a pitcher's pitch. That was a curveball that went a long way, and he got that call.
Goal line to right, and no play for Ronald. That'll ricochet off the netting.
Your description of it was pretty incredible. Very poetic.
Just, well,
Hemingway-like.
It's what I do. But that's what you love about McHugh. We talk about velocity all the time. This is not a game where velocity is the end-all be-all. What good's velocity if you can't throw it for strike anyway? Coleman puts the ball where he wants more often than not, and gets results like that. He's going to breeze through the St. Louis 6th inning. 1, 2, 3, and out we go. Michael Harris leads off. Atlanta in command. We told you the New York Mets have gotten one of their aces back. Max Scherzer has returned, and he came back to face the Cincinnati Reds at the Great American Ballpark tonight. Max Scherzer went 6 innings and struck out 11 Cincinnati Reds. In the opener of that, or the second game, I should say, of that series, only 6 combined hits, though, as the Reds and New York Mets are scoreless. The Braves trying to gain ground on New York. If the Reds can help us out, Atlanta leads comfortably tonight, 7-1, with Michael Harris set to lead off the 6th inning.
Scherzer looked good. That arm is back, BJ. But I tell you, Braves are hot too. This is going down to the wire.
11 strikeouts. Welcome back, Scherzer.
So Michael Harris will lead off. Michael has an infield hit, stole 2 bases, scored a run in the 4th inning. How's this for a number from Dr. No, Hal Galima, our upstairs stat man? Michael Harris against left-handed pitching this year. 12 hits, 11 strikeouts as a left-hand batter. That is impressive.
I said on the pregame, I'll say it again. You know, normally you get seasoning in college, or you get 4 or 5 years in the minor leagues, and each year you get 500 at bats. This young man, youngest in baseball, only has around 600 minor league at bats. And when you come up and you look like you've been here for 10 years and you're hitting like Tony Gwynn, that is special.
Off the end of his bat and right to Arenado, and a strike to first. That was a close play. But Harris is retired. He's out number 1. Naughton's been impressive. He's seen 5 Braves hitters. He's struck out 2, and he's gotten 3 ground ball outs. To the top we go, and Ronald Acuna Jr. He has a hit and a run scored tonight.
And just one other thing on Michael Harris. I mean, he's seeing these guys for the first time. So he's making adjustments along the way.
Arenado wasn't waiting around to get rid of that ball either.
Not after the first time.
Right there, a strike. Packy Naughton was a former Angel. They're desperate for pitching. They let him go.
He's not afraid to throw in the righties. And there it is. He throws in with the fastball and he goes away with the changeup. And he has a fastball motion, and the ball just goes 86 miles an hour and breaks away from right-handers.
Driven toward right, curling near the foul pole, but that one's in the seats. And Acuna will see another pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I talked about going down lanes of 400, the expressway here in Atlanta when you're pitching, and if you change lanes, that's the location inside out. You hit the brake, step on the gas, throw a different pitch, this and that. You start pitching, BJ. It's tough. Tough for a hitter, so you go hard in, soft away. You may go hard away, soft in. You start mixing all those things together, and that's where it's just complicated for a hitter to pick up. But you don't see that type of style as much anymore.
And you think about that when you're going down 400, you said? He's switching lanes?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, you see more today. You see more, hey, high fastball, 4-seam. You say, okay, the analytics say go up there, but it's nice when you see a guy come in working corners, adding and subtracting, slowing it down, speeding it up.
Golf toward right. And Capel's going to catch that for the second out. I love Paul Bird and Highway 400 stories. As Dansby Swanson steps in, he has done great work hitting second. That's our Zaxby's indescribably good play, Nick. He's really found a hole there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. And Snit told me he didn't necessarily want to move him to second, but he basically hit his way to the top of the order. And he had the need. He filled it. He's been extremely just well at getting the job done up there. And Seitzer, I talked to him about it too, and he just said, I credit with him with the success with his maturity and the ability to understand his swing and kind of make adjustments on the fly. And it's definitely paid off. He's a mature hitter and swinging the bat well.
And jumps on the first one here with 2 outs. Nick, at the bottom of that graphic, and I'm not sure if you have a monitor downstairs, the first 5 years of Dansby's career, he was a .230 hitter batting second. He's doing a lot better than that. To your point about maturity, what is the maturation process hitting at that spot in a major league batting order?
I think more than anything, it's just understanding your swing and who you are as a player. I mean, when you start to move up in the order, sometimes you change who you are. And that's why I said I want Dansby lower in the order. He's an RBI guy. Well, all of a sudden now, he just is who he is. And he doesn't care where he hits in the order, and it's paid off.
Yeah, he's sitting on, what, 49 RBIs?
That's right.
He's on pace for 100 hitting second.
And I think confidence has a lot to do with that. You know, over the last 3 years, you could see it in Dansby. He had the potential. He was up and down, though. And all of a sudden this year, it's that consistency, that trust. And he has gone to the next level in my eyes.
Matt Olson's had a big series, 4 RBIs with a runner in scoring position for the Braves. 2 more hits for him tonight, including his 32nd double. He's knocked in 2 runs. He's up to 47 ribbies. And Matt Olson has lived up to the advanced billing. 21 of those RBIs have come against left-handed pitching. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If I'm not mistaken, the 22 homers he hit against left-handed pitching was a record held by Stan Musial, the former Cardinal great. And that swept off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, we talked about eyes earlier in Rosario, and rightfully so. This guy's got some incredible eyes. He just does not chase, and that's a tough pitch. Lefty slider breaking away, and he spit on it early.
That's the other thing about Matt. He's just not up there, as you said, hacking away. He'll take a pitch. He'll take a walk.
How about that take? Even better.
Yeah. Man, I saw him in spring training for the first time, and you know, to see his hands that far away from his body, I was like, man, how does this guy hit? And then I saw the bat speed, you know, how slow he is, but how patient he is at the same time. I'm swinging a lot of bad pitches.
Swung at that one as a good fastball takes care of Olson. And we are off to the 7th inning. Braves have 7 in game 2. through 5 innings with 1 run allowed. Colin McHugh got him 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. The Braves have done an excellent job offensively. 5 first-inning runs, 2 2-run homers, a lot of 2-strike, 2-out production. So everything trending in the right direction for the Braves in Game 2 against the Cardinals. Colin McHugh will face the top of the St. Louis order. And as he prepares for that, we want to prepare you. Fans, get your phones ready to scan the Coors Light Check In to Chill QR code. That is coming up soon. Brendan Donovan leads off. Donovan is 1 for 3 tonight. He is 2 for 7 in the series. As I mentioned, he's a Rookie of the Year candidate. A lot of hits, but not this time as Eddie tracks that down in the corner. Donovan gets after it early in the count. He's retired quickly. 4 up, 4 down for Colin McHugh.
Colin McHugh just throwing strikes.
Yeah, I love watching him pitch.
Yeah.
You know, we talked earlier about Palante and how he has the arm stab where he stops his arm in the middle of his delivery. McHugh's the exact opposite. He gets those big, long arms going, a lot of momentum. You can just see it translates to getting in on that hitter and very effective. So he doesn't have to throw hard. You see how that arm just smooth, nice and easy, and then explodes. So the ball gets on that hitter, and that's effective velocity. So just throw away the radar gun.
And the spin rate on that curveball, I mean, just breaks across his body.
2 cutters in a row, 2 strikes in a row for Juan Yepez, who has an infield hit. That came in his last at bat in the 5th. Another Rookie of the Year candidate playing in this game. He is 2nd in the league in hits, runs, and homers among rookies.
He's going to get a nasty curveball right here.
Yep. Good call, Brian. 2 outs. I mean, he is breezing right now.
He is.
This is how I looked in Little League right here. Nice and easy. My goodness, that ball fell off in a feeble swing.
I thought you meant Yepez. That's what you looked like.
that too.
Well, I love the way he set up the hitter there. 2 fastballs up in the zone. He fouls them off and then sets him up with that curveball away. Ouch.
Well, if you hit him, he can't hit you. Trying to be the MVP of the National League, got the elbow guard up in time, but it was just beneath, and it hit him in the hip pocket. So first base runner allowed by Colin tonight, as Paul Goldschmidt was hit by a pitch. Goldschmidt scored the only run for the Cardinals, his 1,000th as a major league player. That's an astounding stat. Another good night for Nolan Arenado. 4 hits in the series. Arenado is 11 for 20 on the road trip. Can't blame him for the Cardinals' offensive woes. As that skips up there from Colin McHugh. Hope you'll stick around for the stretch. It's presented by our friends at G&G. This series features 2 great third basemen. We'll talk about our guy with Trevor Peter and Nick Green. Austin Riley is 3 for 3 tonight, is a triple away from the cycle, and he's going to lead off the bottom of the 7th. So you want to stick around for that.
See how Yepez chased those pitches? Look like they're going to be strikes, and they're just diving hard left. And Arenado's not falling for it, seeing it better. That's the difference between a great hitter and a good hitter. And not trying to take anything away from Yepez, but that's the difference.
Buckled him with that pitch.
That's a Bugs Bunny curveball right there.
Front door.
So with 2 outs, Goldschmidt will get a head start at first base. As Nolan Arenado faces a 3-2 count. The pitch is low, ball 4, 2 on, 2 out. McHugh went with the breaking ball, and Arenado watched that one dance into the left-hand batter's box. And now Nolan Gorman is the hitter. Rick Granite's looking over the lineup card, looking over the bullpen options, and talking strategy with Brian Snitker, whose bench coach Walt Weiss is also keeping an eagle eye on the proceedings here in the 7th inning.
I was wondering if we were going to have a Tyler Matzek sighting tonight. We will see.
This is the kind of game I think Snit would like to use him in.
Right. First game back.
Low leverage. Maybe get him up and ready for the 8th. Braves have a 6-run lead. If that indeed happens, we can talk about that, Paul, from a pitcher's perspective later on tonight. He's missed a lot of time with the shoulder issues. And no matter the role, it'll be great to have Tyler back in that bullpen. Ground ball, Olsen. Nice play. McHugh to the bag, and we are indeed headed to the stretch. The Braves are looking good. So is Austin Riley. Trevor, take it away here at the Battery Atlanta.
The Stretch is brought to you by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Welcome into The Stretch, presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Trevor Scales, Nick Green, Peter Moylan out here kicking it on the Battery with you, and affectionately known as Papa Thick around here. 2 C's. Austin Riley goes 0 for 4 last night, but follows it up with a 3 for 3 night where he's got the full power on display, Nick.
He's done such a great job of adjusting and adapting, and obviously he's an easy guy to root for, but what's impressed me the most lately about him is his ability to wait back on off-speed stuff, change up curveballs, keep the hands back, and drive the ball the other way. When he's able to do that, Peter, you're going to see the best Austin Riley, and that's what we've seen as of late.
Well, talk about the best Austin Riley. His game logs have been so strange to start his career that when you look back, he's only really had 1 full season of 160 games. When you break it down when you look at this 162 game average, look at this, what would happen if we start. This is Chipper Jones kind numbers right here, Nick Green. We're talking about third baseman, Chipper Jones power, a little down on the average, but a guy that can pick it like that, that is an all-star right there.
Being able to extrapolate those numbers out, and you understand the success is due for a guy like Austin Riley. He's due up in the bottom of this frame after a quick word from our friends at Georgia Natural Gas.
Ready to play ball with a new gas company? Georgia Natural Gas knocks it out of the park with simple service and great rates. And when it comes to helping the environment, GNG's Greener Life program makes it as easy as paying your gas bill. Sign up with a home team today at GNG.com.
Great job, fellas, with the stretch. Austin Riley is going to lead off. He needs the triple for the cycle tonight. Might recall the last man to hit for the cycle for the Braves was Eddie Rosario, who did that on 5 pitches, which is a record that may never be broken, at least anytime soon.
Yeah, I definitely don't see anybody breaking that record, guys.
So before Riley gets started here in the home 7th, here's your chance, Braves fans, to take out your phone, scan the QR code on your screen for a chance to check into chill. Coors Light is prizing out the ultimate Braves experience by treating you and a guest to a Coors Light decorated hotel room located in the Battery Atlanta and tickets to a Braves game. And Truist Park is rocking again tonight. 35,656 the official attendance. With this crowd, the Braves officially go over 1.6 million home fans. Could get close to 2 million before the end of the homestand, which wraps up with the Mets. This is Junior Fernandez. Here's a guy who throws hard. They've got some real big arms in their bullpen. Fernandez, 7 pitches over 100 miles an hour this year. And that one low-bridged Austin Riley. 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan Helsley and Jordan Hicks are the other big velocity fastball guys for the Cardinals. We haven't seen them in this series yet. They're the best late inning options for Oliver Marmol. And as we presume, Tyler Matzek will have a chance to come in a low leverage situation with a 6-run lead at the moment.
I'm really excited to see him pitch. And, you know, I hope he has a clean inning, but more importantly than that, I just want to see the arm being healthy. Kind of like we showed you Max Scherzer with his good stuff earlier tonight for the Mets. I want to see Tyler Matzik come back, look healthy, fastball exploding, good breaking ball.
Yeah, I want to take a look at his velocity. Does he have that velocity back, which we saw in spring training and early in the year? He didn't quite have it, and that's when I asked you, did he have a dead arm from last year? He's pitching so much in the playoffs and the World Series. He was used so much. Is it possible to go to spring training with a dead arm? And I think he had it in spring training.
Popped up right side. This one playable for Paul Goldschmidt. And Austin Riley is retired for the first time, one away here in the home 7th inning. Well, Tyler Matzik went to the IL on May 14th. Reinstated yesterday, so almost 2 months to let that body heal up, rest up, rejuvenate. We're told the fastball velocities and command were terrific in his rehab assignment, so he will come in with a big lead here in game 2. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. Marcell has reached twice. He's doubled, scored, and bounced into a force play. Hernandez had a nice month on the mound for the Cardinals. He didn't allow a hit in June. Opposing hitters 0 for 18.
Oh, and yet to give up a run this year out of 10 innings pitched. It's pretty good. Can't do any better. Looks like a linebacker, BJ.
He does, man. It's a big dude.
With a better slider, as Brian would say.
Yeah, an 88-mile-an-hour slider.
Oh, quick pitch right there. Marcell with the little stare down. Little game within the game. I like it. Fernandez, the Cardinals version of our Spencer Strider, flamethrower with the quick pitch.
What a terrible mustache. The 1-2 pitch downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reds and Mets still dueling and still scoreless. That game is in the 7th inning. Wow, a nothing game at the Great American Small Park. Pitching's been really good in that game, obviously. Here it's 7-1 Braves on 11 hits. The Braves got 5 in the first to erase a brief Cardinal lead. The pitch. Strike 3 outside corner, and 2 men are out. Alumni Weekend is here at the end of the month, July 29th through the 31st, when the Diamondbacks come to town. All kinds of great activities. You can check that out online. Go to braves.com/alumni weekend. The crowning event, the induction of Joe Adcock, Joe Torre, and Leo Mazzoni into the Braves Hall of Fame. And here is Eddie Rosario. Rosario is hitless in tonight's game. Not to mention earlier, with all the bad weather we had last night and the late conclusion to the game, all the fans who were hoping to see the 4th of July fireworks, city ordinances don't allow that early in the morning. So the fireworks show will take place Thursday night when we send the Cardinals on their way. And there's a shot up the middle for Eddie, a 2-out base hit. So he has 2 hits in the series. So if you had your fireworks celebration washed out with the rainy weather around Metro Atlanta and you don't have tickets, come on out, see the Braves and Redbirds wrap up this 4-game series. There'll be a show on the field and above the field afterward.
What a good sign this is from Eddie Rosario after the eye surgery, turning that one around, BJ.
No doubt about it. Fastball in the upper 90s, and you can drive that ball right back at the pitcher. It is a good sign for Rosario.
Contreras has swung at the first pitch in every at bat until now. That one too far inside. A 2-run homer that was hit on a line into the first row of chop house seats at the right field foul pole. Popped out in the 3rd. Swung and missed the first pitch in the 5th inning before striking out.
Is that his version of a changeup there at 88?
Yes.
Man.
Isn't that awful? I mean, guys are throwing changeups now 88 to 92. That was a good major league fastball 15 years ago. Or average, I should say.
Somewhere Tom Glavine is just hyperventilating. Change up at 89? Come on, man.
Well, there's some debate about where the guns pick it up, but when you talk to hitters who have played in both generations, they'll tell you guys are throwing harder now.
2 balls and a strike.
Now, Paul, you want to come out of your shoes. Got to throw you that fastball.
This is it?
This is it. See if you can catch up with that 99.
We got some extra fireworks.
Seven runs on 12 hits for the Braves tonight. 1 run, 8 hits for the Cardinals. And downstairs, ball 4. The inning continues, a single and a walk with 2 outs. And Phil Gosselin is coming up.
I'd like to see another bloop shot to right field. Gosselin's first at bat. Got a single out to right field. Guy throwing this hard, you just want to put the ball in play. His velocity is doing the work for you.
Great teammate, great in the locker room. Tell me where to go play. Can put him anywhere on the field.
Ooh-wee, 98 down and in.
No balls, 1 strike. And a ground ball on the right side. Goldschmidt in perfect position. And the Braves' 7th inning threat is thwarted by Mr. Fernandez. Welcome back, Tyler Matzik. We'll break things down for him as we go to the 8th inning.
Your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Well, what a rewarding call from the bullpen this must be for Tyler Matzik, pitching in a big league game for the first time since May the 10th. As we suggested, it's a low leverage situation. And when you talk about heroes of the postseason for Braves guys, the job he did against the Dodgers and that strikeout in reaction of Mookie Betts sums it up for Tyler Matzik.
Yeah, to me, that was the greatest highlight last year of the playoff series. You know, him striking out Mookie Betts, one of the best right-hand hitters in the game. In that moment, big play of the game.
Kind of like the Soler homer, only on the mound.
That's
that was
right.
The loudest I have ever heard Truist Park after that strikeout.
First man he'll face is Dylan Carlson. And the first one, 93, cutting in. 1 ball, no strikes. Adam Duvall has taken over for the Braves in left field. Good to see Adam back after he was hit by a pitch in Cincinnati. Some fear that he might have broken a bone in the hand, but all that came back negative. As that's out of play, foul at 95 miles an hour. Paul, I mentioned high leverage, low level leverage situations for a man coming off the injured list. It's been almost 2 months since Matzik has pitched. Fans might say, well, why not put him in the 8th inning of a 1-run game?
Your heart rate gets higher when you're in the big leagues and there's that extra top part of the stadium. You're just not going to get it in AA or AAA or in a rehab start. So it's nice that he can come in without bases loaded, nobody out. And we trust him in those situations too. But if you can avoid that, this is ideal. Come in, get your feet wet, feel it, locate, breaking ball, fastball, show us the arm is healthy. And then Snit will trust him in a big situation very soon.
Yeah, ease him in, right, Brian?
Yeah, you got to ease him in. You don't want to put him in that high leverage situation. You want to make sure he's able to throw strikes, handle his emotions coming back to the big leagues. I think it's a great move.
1-2 count for Dylan Carlson. And that's a little high and outside. Nothing wrong with the velocity, which was problematic for Matzik. Range from 93 to 95 miles an hour with his first 4 pitches in the inning. Nobody on or out for the Cardinals. And this one driven out of play foul. What's the mindset, Paul, when you come back from injury as a major league pitcher? You had to do it your first outing back.
There's this moment where you just wonder, hey, is my arm going to hold up when I get out there and I let it eat? And you got to go through that mental hurdle. You got to get out and do it and experience it.
On the ground, rollover. Riley's got that. Perfect throw for out number 1. And is that hard to do when you make your living with your elbow, your wrist, your shoulder, and those things help you catapult the baseball to the plate? Is that in the back of your mind? Is it going to hold up?
Yes, it is. When you wake up and you drive to the park, how's it going to feel when I warm up and you starts to feel okay? Okay, well then, is it going to start hurting in the first or the third? And as a reliever, just when I come into the game. So you go through these steps, and then when you let it go out on a big league mound, you get an out or two, and it feels good. You start to gain confidence. And would I love to see Matzik 97, 98 right now? Yes. But I want to see him at 94, 95 and then have life on it and the hitters be late. That's more important to me than what the radar gun says.
1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. And I would assume, Paul, even though he's had 2 months of rest, that's a double-edged sword. You get whatever the inflammation problem was out of there, but then you have to rebuild your arm strength, right?
That's right. You got to go through spring training all over again, and some guys that takes longer than others.
I would think emotions would be very high, and you would want to show the manager, I still have that 97. I'm healthy, but I haven't seen it yet. He's been around 92, 94.
And here, 95 from the left side with a good breaking ball. That's good enough.
It's good enough, but expectations is another thing. And, once you establish that, everybody expects it.
Well,
and if it doesn't happen, you're saying, oh, he's not the same guy.
Well, and I agree with that. That's why I was saying I'd like to see 97, 98. But, hey, if you don't have it on that particular day, Spencer Strider didn't have his 100 a few starts ago. But you come back out and you tell yourself on that mound, hey, 95, if I execute, locate, has life, it's good enough.
Back to the mound and a backhand play by Matzik. Wow. How good was that?
Well, that did it for me. He's back. The reflexes are there.
That's what I'm talking about.
What a play. Man, this is all instinctive here. That's something you don't practice, Paul. It just happens, right?
Just like you're doing it every day of your life. We've seen this before from him on a great double play. Ball's a little higher. Wow. Chip, don't call us non-athletes. Just don't.
And a smile from Tyler Matzik after our T-Mobile coverage cam play tonight. Matzik has the best coverage in the game defensively so far. That was a highlight reel grab. And so 2 quick outs, and Connor Capel is the batter for the Cardinals. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Max Fried tries to win the series outright, assuming this score holds tomorrow night against Miles Michaelis. And we'll see how things go Wednesday night for Spencer Strider. Takes the ball on Thursday, coming off a dominant outing against the Cincinnati Reds. That's a tough 1-2 combo.
Yes, it is.
To run into if you're an opposing offense.
A lot of fuel from the left side and the right side.
Matzek ready, the 2-0 pitch. Matzek made 2 rehab outings at Norfolk. 2 innings, 5 strikeouts. And a 4-pitch walk to Connor Capel, the Cardinal left-hand hitter, brings up Romine. So it's been a fun night here in Atlanta after a long night and productive night in Game 1. No rain in Atlanta at the ballpark, as you see on our Xfinity Live Look Cam. Just past 10 o'clock Eastern Time tonight. Nick Green, Paul Bird, Brian Jordan, Chip Carey, and our Bally Sports crew. Braves in command, 7-1, 5 runs in the first, 2 in the fourth. Has been more than enough. Romine distracted by a bubblegum wrapper that was stuck in his spike. Clear that up as he's down 0-1.
Not quite the command.
No.
Just yet.
Well, 2 innings in 2 months. One would think there'd be a little rust. That's again why these low leverage situations for returning pitchers are so welcome. He has some latitude to try to find himself.
Thank you, Mr. Romine.
There you
go.
go.
That high fastball.
Again, fastball has been effective, but I would like to see a little more velocity.
And the other key for a returning pitcher, quite obviously, is the performance itself, but also recovery. How does he feel the next day? And we'll report on that when we join you again for the finale against the Cardinals. The pitch. Sweeper missed. And Romine now a 3-2 count. 20 pitches, 8 strikes for Tyler Matzek.
Love the fans are still in it.
The runner at first goes. The pitch is a check swing roller, just fouled at first. Looks like Darren O'Day has started to play catch in the Braves bullpen.
Even though you have that lead, what you don't want to see is a big inning from Matzek where he throws a lot of pitches.
Again, the runner Capel leads at first and takes off. And the pitch is hit high in the air to left, right at Adam Duvall, who just checked in. And welcome back, Tyler Matzek. Faces 4 hitters, gives up just 1 walk. And we head to the middle of the 8th. Since May the 10th, he walked only 1 man, and a lot of high fives from his mates. That's an important man in this Braves bullpen and for the championship aspirations for the Atlanta Braves. Our game nugget tonight brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And this is what the Braves have done here at Truist Park. They have been dominant at home, and with 8 games left on this 10-game homestand, you play at that pace, you're going to be in tall cotton.
Hey, world champions play great at home, and that's what the Braves are doing, showing the league that this is our house, Paul.
There you go, and I'm pretty sure you like the home runs the most. How about that ERA? You got both of those working together, you're going to come away with a lot of wins. You talk to opposing players, they talk about how loud it is here. So when all of that energy and volume and people screaming, and you're the home team, you get a big hit. God, that feels good.
Yeah. Well, I think last year, being world champions, those games right there, how loud it was, you know, fans want to come back to that, you know. And the Braves have been playing so good that you have that atmosphere that you want.
So wholesale changes for the Cardinals as the Braves come up in the 8th inning. First things first, the pitcher. This is Zach Thompson. St. Louis giving some of their veterans the rest of this game off as they're down 7-1. Remember, the Cardinals got in very late last night. Lars Nootbaar sees his first action. He's the new left fielder. Brendan Donovan moves from left to third base. Edmundo Sosa is now the Cardinal shortstop. And Andrew Kisner is their new first baseman. So Arenado and Goldschmidt get off their feet. So does Tommy Edman, as the Braves enjoy a 7-1 lead. Michael Harris has a hit, 2 steals, and a run scored, batting 9th and leading off the 8th inning. Told you about his terrific work against left-handed pitching. More hits than strikeouts, lefty versus lefty. But it's not to be for him here in the 8th inning as Thompson gets a swing and a miss. Back to the top of the order we go. Ronald Acuna Jr. is up. But first, a message from Landmark.
Take me out to the Giants. Take me out for a car. The Giant selection is something to see.
Ronald has a first inning base hit and run scored. He's now stolen 4 bases in his last 3 games.
I still say his knee's 90%. What's it going to be when he's 100?
More steals.
On the ground, right toward third. And the long peg to first is in time. Donovan, a nice play. And that is out number 2. Dansby Swanson has been on a great roll for the Braves. Another hit tonight, hoping to send him to the All-Star break. If you vote for your Braves, go to braves.com/vote. You can get up to 35% off your tickets. You can vote up to 5 times a game. You know all about Ronald Acuna Jr., the overall vote leader in the National League. He's an automatic starter. This guy is certainly deserving as well for the Braves and the National League. Dansby 10 hits in his last 22 at bats. He's kept that average over 300 now, and did so with a 6th inning single.
Talking about Dansby and Trey Turner, to me, the 2 best shortstops in the National League right now.
Hands down.
Fly ball center, but that will send us to the top of the 9th inning. Top of the order up for the Cardinals. The Braves enjoy a 6-run lead.
Brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
A 5-run barrage in the first inning for the Braves. The crowning blow, a 2-run homer for William Contreras. There's your score. Tonight, the Braves pen has thrown 3 scoreless innings of relief. That's part of our Stats with Lowe's feature. Brian, as I mentioned, in the month of June, the Atlanta Relief Corps was outstanding.
Well, they've been doing a terrific job. Look at the strikeout rate, 28.2%. And the WARF, talked about that early, 4.7. Leads all Major League.
So Tyler Matzik has a 1-inning scoreless outing and a nice return. We'll hear all about his evaluation of his performance tonight on Braves Live, presented by Xfinity. Colin McHugh, 2 scoreless innings with a couple of strikeouts. Jackson Stevens now will come in and try to put a nice neat bow on a Game 2 win for the Braves, who are up 7-1.
And we've been talking about the bullpen. This guy does not get enough credit. I love this guy. Picked him up out of the Mexican League. And he's come into some high leverage situations this year and done a terrific job.
Well, another name we haven't really talked about is Luke Jackson. Right? This is basically the role that Luke has had in years past for the Braves. Jackson has closed before. Stevens has a couple of saves. Those, though, have been in huge Atlanta wins where he's picked up multiple innings. But you're right, Brian. He's done a terrific job when called upon for innings like this and games like this. He's got the 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Cardinals up in the 9th inning. Brendan Donovan is 1 for 4. And 2 for 8 in this series. Kind of a Jeff McNeil-like hitter for St. Louis. Puts the ball in play. A lot of movement.
Don't necessarily worry about power. Just spraying the ball all over the field. Sort of an old school swing. Not that upward launch angle.
Well, he leads the National League rookies in hits, runs, and on-base percentage. That's why he's leading off tonight. Tommy Edmonds served that role for the Cardinals last night, but is slumping at the plate. But he has plenty of company. This ball is hit hard to left, but right at Adam. There's the first out in the St. Louis 9th. Yepez, then Kisner for the Cardinals. Fried and Michaelis tomorrow night. We're back with you on Thursday night. High pop fly to right. Can of corn for Ronald. He's got that.
Well, we like that. First pitch swinging.
And the last hope for the Cardinals will come to the plate with the bases empty and 2 out. Lars Nootbaar. Ian Anderson went 5 innings, 8 hits, gave up 1 run. He is in line to pick up win number 7. And a line drive by Nootbaar keeps the game alive. So Edmundo Sosa will get a chance to hit.
And talking about the bullpen, Chip, good bounce back game for McHugh.
Yep.
2 scoreless innings, a couple of strikeouts. Again, happy to see Matzik back out there.
And trying to put some pressure on the Mets, who are 0-0 with the Reds in the bottom of the 9th inning. In Cincinnati, the Reds are up with nobody on or out, and Tommy Pham, the hitter. The pitch is out of play. We're a strike away as Sosa fouls that off. It's 0-2. If the Mets fall and the Braves finish off the Cardinals, we could be 2.5 games back. Big crowds had some fun tonight. The Braves scored early and often, and the pitching has been tremendous. The 0-2. 35,656 are here tonight. As Sosa awaits the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's your ball game. BJ, this one a lot of fun. You get powerful offense early and often. You get good starting pitching, relief work, and defense. You ought to win, and that's exactly what the Braves did.
Yeah, another day with 2 out RBIs, getting it done for this offense. And how about Ian Anderson? Good bounce back game for him. He walks away with the win, only giving up 1 earned run. Not his best game, but he managed to get through 5. And that's a step forward for him. McHugh, a good bounce back game for him out of the bullpen. Great to see Matzek back. But this offense continues to get it done. Big game by Raleigh. And also, William Contreras, a 2-run bomb. Man, this, hey, good start to the series. 2 games in a row.
And with Max Fried and Spencer Strider lying in wait for the Braves and Cardinals, you like your chances of winning this series. And Max Fried gets the ball tomorrow. We will have the Spencer Strider outing on Thursday night with our Braves live coverage beginning at 6:30 Eastern Time. Braves 7, Cardinals 1. The Braves wrap out 12 hits. Ian Anderson the win. Palante takes the loss. He falls to 2-4 on the year. The Braves with 5 first-inning runs got homers from Riley and Contreras and never looked back. BJ, enjoyed it. We'll see you here on Thursday night for Game 4 of the series.
Another win. How about that?
Never gets old, does it? Hope
never gets old.
On Valley Sports South for the series wrap-up. And fireworks, don't forget those as well. Stick around. Braves Live presented by Xfinity is next. For Paul, Nick, and BJ, I'm Chip Carey. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. The postgame show is coming up.